or full week. We're going to do a hiatus of Bang Bang Niner game if the Eagles win.
You know what? Here we go. Gentleman's bet.
Let's do it.
And I don't bet. I don't gamble at all.
Okay, what you got?
$1.
$1?
$1.
Okay.
Anybody around can afford $1, so they can't say, we out here big dogging folks. $1. I got $1 on the Niners. You got $1 on your boys, and whoever wins. And if I win, I want your autograph on the front of it saying HT1.
Okay, I'm down with that, and vice versa.
Bet.
If I win, you got to sign it.
I got to sign it.
Drapes won.
Drapes won.
I love that.
My man.
I love that.
My man.
All right, here's what's coming up. 916-339-1140. We got to talk about last night. And we started talking about it a little bit. They lose to the Clippers, talking about the Kings. And it wasn't even as close as the final score, 131-117. That game was over pretty much first quarter. James Harden, 17 in the first quarter. Kawhi Leonard, 30-plus on the game. Kings got mollywopped on their own home floor. I said yesterday on our show, High Flyer, and I want to hear from Kings fans about this. I was giving the Kings a pass last night, no matter what happened, because you're coming off a highly charged, highly emotional game. You emptied the tank. The Kings were running on fumes at the end of that game.
Okay.
And then you have to turn around and face the Clippers. And I know they're the Clippers, but they're also a team with Kawhi, Paul George, Westbrook, Harden. They were chilling at the Sawyer Hotel watching you lay everything on the line.
Right.
So what happened last night, High Flyer? That did not surprise me. So I'm giving my guys a pass.
I'll tell you this. Like I said early on, I've been in a locker room. I've been on back-to-backs. I agree with you 150% about everything that they did versus the Golden State Warriors. They left 150% on the floor. They did.
They did.
And you came out the gate saying, okay, High Flyer, I'm going to give them a pass no matter what happens. I'm like, no. You know what? If they lose the game, they're competitive, their legs give out at the end, I'll give them that. How did you feel that first quarter when Clippers came in out the gate?
They look like the fresher team.
And mollywopped us.
They look like the fresher team to me.
It can't happen in the first quarter, KD, it can't happen in the first quarter. We're talking James Harden driving straight down the lane, getting to the basket, no resistance. I'm with you. I love this team. And I know what this team is capable of, and I know what they're trying to do. But they're trying to go from good to great. And that's a hell of a step that they got to make. But you have to be able to respond to games like this if you want to be great.
No, you don't, High Flyer.
Come on, man.
No, you don't. And this is
on your home floor.
Dude, this is the fake outrage I'm talking about. This is the fake outrage. I'm driving in. I'm listening to people. I'm on social media. This is the fake outrage in the media, folks. Kings fans, I'm talking to you that you're hearing right now. You said to be great.
Yep.
Basically to be a champion, right?
What they're aspiring to be, because they're not that yet.
You got to be able to win back-to-backs, or you got to have a good showing on a back-to-back.
What do you think Mike Brown has been teaching these dudes? You got to be dominant on your home floor.
I agree.
I might take that on the road.
But it's not the end of the world, High Flyer.
I didn't say that. If you want to make that next step, KD, if you want to make that next step from good to great on your home floor, you have to be dominant. I'm not saying they can't lose. You can't lose in the first quarter. You can't lose in the first 10 minutes. No. I don't care what you did the night before. You went home and you slept in your own bed. This is what you signed up for. This is the NBA, son. This is where the big dogs play. You know what I'm saying? If you can't stone with the big dogs, what you do, you get off the porch. You have to be able to respond, bro. And I'm not saying you can't lose. I'm just saying you can't lose in the first 5 minutes. Holla at your boy.
High Flyer. Who won the championship last year?
Denver.
Let me look at their schedule last season. Tuesday, March 23rd, they won at Orlando, 110-99.
Okay.
Nice win. Joker had a triple-double. Very next night in Toronto, they got smacked 135-111. Second night of a back-to-back.
On the road.
Second night of a back-to-back.
On the road. On the road. We're talking at home, doing something great, holding down home court dominance. It's different winning on the road, KD. You take 50%. We've talked about this, bro. 6-game roadie. We got those first 3. We was good with the first 3. Now you accomplished. But what you want to do is you want to try to win that 4th one, which they did. But if you just only won 3, you're good. You're on the road. You want to go 50% on the road. At home, you need to be dominant, bro.
But it's not the end of the world. What I'm trying to say is there are bad losses for every single team in the NBA. Here's a stat for you. Every team in the NBA last year had a game in which they got blown out, lost by 20 or more. Every team in your Denver Nuggets, your Celtics, Milwaukee, just because they lost last night, this is not an indictment that they're not where they need to be or anything like that. You can't, High Flyer, stop it. Hold on, stop it. You can't be getting outraged on a November loss to the Clippers right now. Come on, man. Honestly, keep it real. You can't be, come on.
I'm not outraged because like you said, it's going to be wins and losses, right? I'm outraged of how they lost, and I'm going to stay outraged. Mike Brown is outraged how they lost because you don't lose like that on your home floor. And if you want to get better, you can lose, but you can't get mollywopped in the first quarter, KD. And all of those guys on that bench need to understand that. That's unacceptable, so it don't happen again.
Here's where I disagree with you, and I understand what you're saying. I respect your opinion. But when you see what happened against Golden State, you lay it all on the line.
Loved it.
Emotional.
Loved it.
Everything in the tank you gave.
Yes.
Now, if you were facing the Wizards the next night, I could see if you were being mad. If you were facing the Pistons the next night and got blown out at home, I could see where you're facing the Clippers, 4 Hall of Famers. You just beat Golden State, 3 Hall of Famers on that roster. And so back-to-backs aren't all equal. And that's what I'm saying. This was not an equal back-to-back as at Dallas and at New Orleans that people are all of a sudden up in arms about. This was a different type of back-to-back for Sacramento.
I'm going to tell you this, and we're having this conversation because we both want this team to be better.
Yes.
We both want them to be better. And I'm like Mike Brown. In order for them to get better, you have to hold them accountable. All right? Now, I'm going to give you a few more interviews with a few more brothers who really got down in this game. And they will tell you that don't matter what type of back-to-back it is, you cannot come out and lay an egg like that on your home floor if you want to do something special. You're trying to make that next jump. This is your home floor, KD. Like I said, we've been playing back-to-back since the 70s. It's nothing new. I tell you what, if you ever get a chance, ask Michael Jordan about a back-to-back. And if they lost by 20, was he upset?
So, see, no, you can't do that.
Why?
You can't do that.
You go
into the game's greatest competitor ever. It's ask Kobe Bryant.
Exactly.
Everybody can't be that.
You know what? Everybody strives to be that.
Everybody can't be that.
That's why the commercial is, sometimes I dream that he is me. I want to be like Mike. Yes. I want to win championships like Mike. Yes. That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get to the epitome, bro. And it takes that.
Man.
A champion, man, I'm telling you, a championship isn't easy. If it was easy, everybody would have one.
So let me ask you this. If you're Mike Brown, you wake up today.
Yep.
Because you sounding fired up about this.
I am.
But it's one of 82.
True.
Ultimately, it's one of 82 last night.
But you know what? Why do Mike Brown call timeouts in the first 16 seconds of the game? It's only one turnover. You want them to get better, KD. You have to point out what's right and what's wrong in order for this team to make that next jump. I'm not crucifying them, bro. Not at all.
That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm not.
Do you believe in schedule losses?
I'm holding them accountable.
Do you believe in schedule losses?
Bro, I believe in losses, period, because it happens in the NBA.
That's all I'm saying. It happens. What happened last night happens in the NBA.
So you mean to tell me if your team come out, because I wasn't happy when it happened to Golden State. We would have had the same conversation and even more. They went down 24, bro. They went down 24, right?
They looked shook early on.
Okay, I'm talking about against Golden State.
Against Golden State,
They went down 24, and they fought Herculean to get back.
So
listen to me. Listen. They fought Herculean to get back, and we loved it. We're like, you know what? That's our team. Them our boys. They did what they needed to do, and I was happy with that. But then again, I looked at it like this too. I said, whoa, they got a back-to-back. First thing came to my mind, we played the very next day. And I'm like, you know what? If the Kings come out and let another team walk in here and get them down by 20 in the first quarter, you cannot get comfortable with that and think that you're going to be able to come back every time and win that game.
I hear you, High Flyer, but how you're playing now,
you have to get better, KD.
And that's what you got the whole season for.
You have to get better.
This ain't game one of the playoffs. We're talking High Flyer.
I didn't say cut the head off,
but
bro.
That's what I'm saying. This level of outrage that I'm hearing from you, Styles and Watkins, media members on social media, fans
accountable, bro.
Come on, calm down. Take a chill pill. I'm the one guy that's usually fired up, like this is unacceptable. But I went into that game last night understanding they're going to lay an egg. It's going to be now. If they were able to be competitive and win that would show me a lot. But it didn't.
Do we have any Mike Brown sound? You will hear Mike Brown say the exact same thing. You know what? Because see, I'm buying what Mike is selling, bro. I'm buying what he's selling. He's talking. He wants this team to hit the ultimate goal, KD. He wants them to be champions, bro. The road to championship, man, is a very bumpy one. It's not easy. It's not easy. So even on nights when you don't feel like playing, if you want to be a champion, bro, you might be sick. You might have a stomach virus. You got to go out there and get it. Because you know what? That one win might knock you out of getting out the playoffs.
I want to hear from Sacramento Kings fans because I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one willing to give my guys a pass out of last night because of last night.
I say you give them a pass, but you still hold them accountable.
916 High Flyer. Let me give out this number.
Bang the line. Tell them to bang it.
I'm not the only one, I'm sure, that believes this.
Tell them to bang it.
916-339-1140. Hit us up right now. Should we be able to give the Kings a pass for what took place last night? We got your calls. I see you guys on the YouTube chat as well. You're listening to the High Flyer and Drapes here. It's the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140.
The Sacramento Kings conquered the Thunder, the Spurs, the T-Wolves, and Warriors for an undefeated run through Group C of the in-season tournament.
Tough ball away, back shot is good! The lead bump somehow banks it home. 7.4 seconds to go.
Now it's the knockout stage in a matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Losers out. Winners off to Las Vegas.
Join us for Kings and Pelicans, Monday at 7 on Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
I thought I was in the right about this.
Okay.
I was going to give the Kings a pass for last night. I said it during yesterday's show. I said, you know what? You spend your entire bank account, basically. They emptied the bank account, and you want them to come back the next day and take you to the finest restaurants, buy you the nicest sneakers. Nah, I got to wait again till payday. Payday for the Kings is going to be Saturday against the Denver Nuggets. So what happened last night? They were empty. They were running on E, big fella.
Bro, you ain't got no credit card? To hold you to payday?
I don't like to do that, man. I don't like to do that.
Hey, and matter of fact, you bought a whole bunch of tennis shoes lately, so I know you got a credit card.
I do. I went to Phenom 916. Shout out to my guys there.
That's right. Shout them out.
TCG says, high flyer speaking truth, got me fired up. Scooter 916. Yeah, I love Drapes, but HT has me hype right now. Truth. They go on to say, Draper said he's a hyper-competitive person when he's playing sports, but he's cool with a drubbing like last night. It's one of 82. I don't think it could be both. Which one is it? You can't take nights off. And then one more, TCG. Kyle talking like a loser. Flyer speaking like a champion. That's cutting deep right there. That's cutting deep.
Can I get my flex on YouTube?
You can get...
Get my flex on.
hey, you can flex, but I know there's some people out there who agree with me.
But no,
I'm going to give the Kings a pass for last night.
I understand what you're saying. I do. But in order to be a champion, my man, you have to be able to do something extraordinary. Yes, it's going to be losses. You know what? I wasn't even that fired up about the Houston losses. You know, they messed around and laid a couple of eggs in New Orleans. My thing is this. They need to get better on their home floor. Back-to-backs really has nothing to do with them. It's a part of the game, bro. That's what we sign contracts for. You know, as soon as you come into the league, you have to get used to a back-to-back. You know, the only back-to-backs I give you a pass for is when you're playing that last end in Denver and you're up in altitude. You're going to lose that game.
You're going to lose that game.
Oh, yeah, you're going to lose that game for sure. But you have to be able to play better than that.
All right, phone lines are full right now. We're going to get to you. Sacramento, this is what we do on this show. It's all about you. We can listen to Drapes and High Flyer talk for 4 hours. Trust me, we could do it, but I want to hear from you. 916-339-1140. Let's go to Doug on line 2. Doug, you're listening to Drapes, High Flyer here. What you got for us, man?
Gentlemen, great topic. And Mr. Draper, I love what you do. But on this one, I think you missed out, Mr. Turner. If we were to award a champion for that discussion, I'm going with him because I'm like him.
Salute.
There is no compromise. There's no softening. There's nothing. They still got 48 minutes. You got to go hard. If not, going to your bench. You got guys who got tired legs. That's why you got those guys. But they're trying to earn minutes. So that's what's happening. I'm sorry. This is a worldwide thing. Everybody's getting too soft. And so when you get out there and you're a competitor and you're a champion, and as you said, you're trying to get to the next level. You can't get there if you don't get it done.
But Doug,
and if you want to ask me a question, that's fine.
No, here's my point. And I agree with you. And I agree with High Flyer. Before the game, if I'm Mike Brown, no, guys, we got to get this. You're trying to hype them up. You're trying to get them ready.
Right.
But then when they lay an egg, I can't be upset. I understand why they laid the egg. That's what I'm saying.
Here we go.
That's what I'm saying, Doug.
Yeah, I know. Let me help you out here. I coach high school basketball, okay? And I tell my players, hey, you want a coach that's going to go in and put his arm around you and tell you he loves you? I tell him, go get a puppy to lick your face. I'm not that guy. See? That for me. And those are 14-year-olds. That's what I'm talking about. 14-year-olds that said, you got to give them a life lesson and say, hey, you better turn around and pack your lunch every day and be ready to go. And then and challenge. You got to challenge your guys.
Doug, what grade and what high school you coaching at? What grade and what high school you at?
Freshman at West Park High School.
What's your record, Doug?
I'm assistant coach this year, but when I was head coach, I was 169-47.
What's your record right now? I know y'all done played a few games.
Well, I'm assistant. Well, we played one game. We won that game. Won by 26.
Okay. All right. Hey, Doug talking like he know. I appreciate that call, Doug. Good stuff. Here's the thing. I'm going to value your opinion. I might not agree with it, High Flyer. I might not agree with it, Doug, but I'm going to let you speak your mind.
That's right.
I want to keep going. Got Brandon on line 3. Can we hit Brandon on line 3? Brandon hanging out with Drapes and High Flyer. What's up, Brandon? What you got for me?
What's up, guys?
Hey, real quick, love the show, but I do got to say, I think usually you're right on this topic, but the reason why I don't agree particularly with this game, I know a lot of us Kings fans, we kind of saw this coming. We felt it coming because it's happened in the past. If we want to turn that knob to a championship team, I feel like you can't let it happen anymore, and that's why we're so let down. You can't go down by 20. You got to at least make it competitive.
Thanks for the call, Brandon, but this is what I'm saying. If they lost to Charlotte or Detroit, I get you. That can't happen. They lost to 4 Hall of Famers. They lost to multiple MVPs. They lost to finals MVPs. Come on, man. You can't be that upset about this and be like, oh, they don't have the heart of a champion. They can't. Come on, to win a championship, we got to win games like these. Come on now.
Drape.
We going against 4 Hall of Famers, big fella.
Drape, I'm with that. I looked at the paper just like you.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh.
It's going to be.
If these guys get it together. My cousin coaches them. Brian Shaw's my cousin.
B. Shaw, yeah.
He coaches them. And I'm talking to him. And I'm like, boy, if y'all ever get it together, here's the thing. I understand where you coming from on the sympathy side. I understand.
No, don't make me sound soft, though, big fella. Don't make me sound. See, you and Doug, our other caller, y'all be, it's too soft in this world. I'm not saying that.
No. I will give them a pass on the loss. But I will say this. And if you go back, you were on the call, listen to what De'Aaron Fox said after the game. This is D. Fox.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much a guy that's going to be in MVP voting.
Yep.
And he understands because, see, we just talked about it. D. Fox still ain't on that list, and he killing the league. So what does he have to do? He has to get better, and he has to show them every night, right?
Yeah.
We talked about it. We talked about it every night. So with that being said, De'Aaron Fox said himself, we have to be better.
Yes.
And the only way they can understand that is you have to hold them accountable. That's all I'm saying, KD. You have to hold them accountable. You can lose a game. You can lose by 20. You can't go down 20 in the first quarter.
All right, I'm gonna get more calls because the phone lines are fired up. I need at least one person that's on my side. The YouTube chat ain't on my side. The phone lines ain't on my side.
You can beat up.
They all on your side.
You can beat up.
I know there's somebody who feels like I do. I'm giving the Kings a pass for yesterday. It's 82 games in the season. It happens. I'm not worried. I'm not concerned. They'll bounce back Saturday against Denver. Taking more of your calls, 916-339-1140. You're listening to The Drive Guys with Drapes and High Flyer here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Keegan Murray plays here.
Keegan scores another three-pointer. Keegan Murray knocking it down for 23 points. Snatched De'Aaron Fox for game-scoring honors.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie. I'm Dirk Verdorn in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Expect to have a mix of clouds and sunshine with temperatures warming into the mid to low 60s this afternoon. Increasing chance for some showers as we head into this evening. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
Winter's coming, so let's kick off the cold season right and get your heater all tuned up. Now just $79. No matter how cold it gets outside, you'll always be warm and toasty inside. Plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air, Bonnie.com.
As we come together to celebrate the end of this long year, Stockton Honda has savings to bring us all cheer. Happy Honda Day savings and selection galore. Stockton Honda's online express purchase and great people give you more.
Save on 400 new Hondas at Stockton Honda during Happy Honda Days. Shop in person or online with our express purchase option.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Who has the largest selection of golf merchandise in Northern California? The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. It's the go-to store for golf bags, apparel, equipment, lessons, club fittings, novelty items, and more. With their low price guarantee, complimentary gift boxes, and gift cards for your golfer, it's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Add convenient online shopping and effortless after-Christmas return policy, and you'll see why the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at HagenOaks.com.
Prestigio Jewelers Black November sale is on all month long. Get amazing doorbuster deals while supplies last. 1 carat diamond earrings only $449. Wedding set starting at only $899. 70% off gold chains and much more. Get quick and easy credit approval and low monthly payments at Prestigio Jewelers. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy, you're approved. Prestigio Jewelers guarantees your credit up to $10,000. Shop designer brands such as Cartier, Gucci, Bulova, and Citizen. Visit us today or online at prestigiojewelers.com. See store for details.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Hanley's Kia in Davis is bringing you an unbeatable deal on all 2024 Kia models. Drive home in style without breaking the bank. Introducing Hanley's Kia incredible leasing option for just $199 a month. Picture yourself behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Kia, loaded with the latest features and cutting-edge technology. Whether it's the sleek Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg and EV6 with up to 310 miles, the versatile Sportage, or the family-friendly Telluride. At Hanley's Kia, you can also reserve your luxurious full-size EV9 with 3 rows that has the comfort of a stylish interior and the peace of mind that comes with driving a brand you can trust. Head over to Hanley's Kia today, located in Davis.
New 2024 Kia Niro Hybrid EX for $199 per month for 36 months after $7,999 customer cash due at signing plus $300 military customer rebate. 10,000 miles per year and 20 cents per mile after 30,000 miles based on sale price $30,545 and payment excludes taxes and DMV fees and any dealer fees. Vehicle ID number R5136138.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Get your retirement savings to play ball with your retirement plan. Call Cap Trust today at 916-924-7527 or log on to captrust.com.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
It's your boy Drapes and the High Flyer here on Sactown Sports 1140. Listening to the Drive Guys. We got a great conversation going on right now. I maintain that I'm going to give the Kings a pass for that loss last night to the Clippers. We all saw it coming. Everybody and their moms saw it coming. They laid everything on the line to get that win against the Warriors. So they came out flat last night. I'm cool with it. I'm not going to give some sort of indictment about the team based off last night. Now, people on the YouTube chat, tap in on there, Sactown Sports 1140. Josh says, Drapes, they would get a pass for the Clipper game if they didn't fall down 25 to the Warriors the previous night. They absolutely cannot have Fox be the only one scoring in double digits. That's Josh. Also, on the text line, they say the Clippers had all their primary players available. They were rested ahead of last night's game. The Kings were missing the key starter in Murray and were gassed from the Golden State game. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not the only one, High Flyer, using what happened against Golden State as an excuse. The players themselves recognize they were gassed. Here's Sasha Vezenkov after last night's game.
I'm a guy, and I think our team don't search for excuses because, like, the back-to-back are for every team. But it was obvious that emotionally we're empty after the whole comeback game yesterday. First of all, though, let's give the credit to the Clippers. They played like an amazing game, but we're not physical. We let them shoot 50% from threes. They shoot 54% from the field. We didn't put the energy we want to put in defense, and offensively, we struggle, especially first half. We have to be better in the back-to-back games because we lost with New Orleans, we lost today. We have to find a way, but I think we have to also keep looking forward because it was a bad loss. We have to see the film, get better from that and continue to the next game.
Exactly. And I'm saying the same thing Sasha's saying. I'm saying, yeah, they got to be better, but I ain't going to be angry. I ain't going to be upset. I'm not going to be, oh my gosh, this is unacceptable, because that's what I'm hearing from you guys out there. I'm hearing from you guys on the YouTube chat. I'm hearing from you guys in the text line right now. I'm hearing it on social media. I'm hearing it as I'm driving to the radio station. Calm down. It's one game. In fact, I'm going to get to the phone lines right now because they're blowing up. Sherry is on line 3, and I know Sherry agrees with me. Let's just calm down. What say you, Sherry? You're on with Drapes and High Flyer.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome.
I'm with you. I'm getting all my friends all over the country are saying, well, there you go, fly-by-night Kings. I'm like, really? Did you not watch the Golden State game? I will say Sabonis needs to be a little bit more consistent when him and Fox are on. It's a whole different world. You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge Sabonis fan as well as Fox, but they just didn't have it. And we need to get Sabonis and Fox back in sync somehow and that's what's going to be our championship team.
Appreciate the call, Sherry. I told you, there's people out there who agree with me. And what you're seeing, this is what I'm talking about with the fake outrage, High Flyer. It's like the people who agree with me, they're calm, they're cool, collected, so they're not going to call into a radio show. The people who all fired up like you, they got the phone lines blowing up right now. Calm down, big fella.
Hold on, man. Don't disrespect me or my callers. There's going to be some smoke up in here. I'm going to tell you that right now. Did you listen to Sasha?
I'm the one that put it. Told Jay we need that Sasha sound. Yes.
Sasha said that he was emotionally drained.
Right.
That's
not an excuse. It's a fact.
Go look up and see how many minutes Sasha played.
Come on, man. He played 15 straight minutes at the end of the game against the Golden State Warriors.
Okay, he played 15 minutes out of 40 what?
You were in the building Tuesday night.
15 minutes out of 41?
Let's be honest. You were in the building. High Five, don't do this, man. You were in the building Tuesday night. You came back to work the next day, and let's keep it real. You weren't 100%. You were a little gassed. I was gassed yesterday during our show because the night before it took so much out of us. Now imagine playing.
I was there giving it 100, whether I was gassed or not, giving it 100. And I tell you what, I didn't give it 50% on our show. My thing is this.
All right.
My thing is this, KD. I'm not putting the King's head in the guillotine and saying pull the cord. No way, no how.
Okay.
I'm just holding them accountable, man, because, see, I know how it go. I've been in a locker room, bro. Okay, you go down 24 against Golden State, you was able to save the day. Now the very next night, you go down the exact same way against the Clippers. You don't want that to become repetitive because you can't come back from 20 points against everybody. You can't make that Herculean jump and use all that energy. Yes, you might can do it once, twice. You might be able to do it 3 times, but you can't get used to going down big in the first quarter.
We both agree with that.
Teams like Washington are coming here and get you.
We agree with that.
Teams like Detroit are coming here and get you. That's why I said you can't do that, whether it's on a back-to-back or regular game. You can't do that if you're trying to go from good to great. Now, listen to me. Hear me out.
Yeah, let me hear you. I'm listening.
I wouldn't have nothing to say if the Kings would have played the Clippers ball for ball all the way to the third quarter, and at the end of the third, their legs went out, and they got drugged by 24. I said, oh, well, they ran out of gas. I'm good. But
the slow start is what you got the problem with. Coming out like that
coming
and
out the gate
early.
2 times in a row. Not just once, twice.
Man.
I don't want it to KD. I don't want it to happen the third time. That's why I say you hold them accountable.
916. I'm looking at the text stream. Look, it's great the Kings beat the Warriors, but that was a 1 in a million comeback, and it was not a blueprint for winning. So basically, you almost laid 2 huge eggs in a row at home in front of your home crowd, and basically only played 1 quarter of good basketball out of 8. That's not good. That's a Warriors fan right there. Chiming in. He's taking it a little too far.
Wait, he might be a Laker fan.
Yeah, it might be a Laker fan. I want to get to the phone lines. I know y'all holding on right now, 916-339-1140. Let's go down the line, Jay. Let's hit up Gavin first. Gavin on line 1, you're on with Drapes and the High Flyer. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? I think for me, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Does that make sense? It's like your main guy comes out and drops 40, but nobody else comes with him, it's like you're rolling by yourself. I feel for De'Aaron in that one where you got to carry a whole team. You can't put everybody on your back right after winning the game by yourself pretty much on the other one. You got to have some support. So I'm not mad at them. I'll take a loss to beat the Warriors because I hate the Warriors. But, I'm with High Flyer. We got to keep them accountable. We also need to, build that, man, we can't do this again. Let's come out and beat the crap out of Denver on Saturday. Show the fans. Give us something to cheer about, right? That's what I want. That's what I'm here for.
All right, Gavin, appreciate that. And don't give me that look, High Flyer. You didn't give me that look when Sherry called and backed me up. Nope. Just because Gavin agreeing with you, giving me that look.
Okay, this is another example. You had a great example with Sasha, right?
Yeah.
Emotionally drained.
Right.
Can't do it. Just came up short. De'Aaron Fox, who gave more than D. Fox in that Golden State game. He guarded 1 through 5. He was on Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggins. He was wrestling with Draymond, and he was even in the post guarding Saric. He went through 1 through 5, gave everything he had, played 40-plus minutes, came back the next night.
Don't look at a box score and talk about De'Aaron Fox.
Came back the next night.
Don't be box score.
Came back the next night. If anybody was going to be emotionally and physically drained, it's supposed to be D. Fox. That boy laid it on the line.
So he wasn't part of the problem in the first quarter?
He gave you 40, bro.
I don't care about 40.
He gave you 40,
Stop
bro.
James Harden from getting 17.
True. He wasn't on James Harden.
You got me fired up, man.
But I'm saying you can't take that. I mean, as a ball player, I'm not trying to hear I'm emotionally drained. You know what? you celebrate that win against Golden State when you close your eyes and you wake up the next morning, you on to the Clippers.
On to the Clippers.
You forget about the rest of that.
I want to know what Bill thinks. Bill is on line 2, hanging out with Drapes and High Flyer on the drive, guys. What's up, Bill? What you got for me, man?
What's up, guys? Hey, by the way, Drapes, cheer dad. I bet you last year at a cheer conference.
My guy, yes, sir. Where were we at? Roseville? Stockton? Where were we at?
It was in Roseville.
Okay.
It was in Roseville, yes, sir.
Yep. What you got?
I'm very passionate about this topic. Very passionate about it because first of all, I don't believe that we should be having back-to-back games. I think you need a day rest. I think that sometimes they do different city back-to-backs, which is ridiculous. My next point is that if you lose both games at home, that's bad. You win one and you lose one, that's good.
It's okay.
You go away.
It's okay.
If you go away and you win one and you lose one, that's okay. If you go away and you lose 2, that's not good. You should at least win one of your back-to-back games, and if you do, that I believe is a good thing. But my main point is we should not be having back-to-backs. Why are we doing that?
Hey, Bill, I'm hearing you. I'm listening to you. High Flyer is rolling his eyes right here on the side over here. Appreciate the call. Go ahead, High Flyer. Respond to Bill. What you got for him?
Bill talking about there shouldn't be back-to-backs. He's about as soft as a 7-minute noodle on the slow boil.
Don't do that to my guy. Don't do that to my guy,
man.
Bill.
We've been playing back-to-backs forever.
But you got to understand.
Understand what?
There are certain things called schedule losses. And after the game against the Warriors, if you're being honest, High Flyer, if you went home, looked yourself in the mirror and said, will Sacramento win this game? You probably say no. You got to say no, right? That's what I'm saying. You got to say no. I want to get to another call right here. On line 4, we got Brandon hanging out with the High Flyer and Drapes himself. Brandon, I know you agree with me. What you got for me, man?
I do agree with you, KD. What's up, High Flyer?
Salute, bro.
I was sitting at that game. I was sitting at that game last night. I thought I was watching 2015 ball with all them Hall of Famers in there. But with the back-to-back, we got a test coming up here in second week of December. We got Brooklyn on a Monday night, and then we go back-to-back the next day to LA Clippers. So that's another test coming up, and the back-to-backs are just tests, if you ask me. And, I agree with I want the test. So, and if they can't handle it, well, we'll see if they come out next time.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate it. And that's the thing. Brandon agrees with me. I'm looking at Manny here on the chat, on the text line. I'm with Drapes. Everyone in the chat all fired up about last night's game. but I'll take the pass just because the night before win was more important. Dude, you got to understand, too. No, stop, High Flyer. Hold on. Listen, let me make this point real quick. The win against the Warriors was not a regular season game. The win against the Warriors was a win against your rival.
Yeah, meant more.
Was an in-season tournament game.
I'm with you.
Basically, as close to a playoff without it being a playoff game.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
so like my guy Sasha said,
it was game 7.
Emotionally spent. You even said it was game 7.
The atmosphere was game 7, no doubt.
So this isn't your regular back-to-back, big fella.
I can give you
this
that.
This was coming off an emotional game 7.
Right.
And then you got the Clippers.
Got you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Got you. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
And this has nothing to do with wins and losses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You go down by 24 against Golden State. Great team. Championship caliber, right?
Yep.
You come back, you win.
I'm applauding that.
Everything's okay.
Yep. Everything's good.
You go down by 23 against the Clippers the next night.
Yes.
Great team.
Yep.
You get smacked. Give them a pass.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. Because I'm saying I don't want a pattern. We got Denver coming in Saturday.
They best be ready.
No. We got Denver coming in Saturday. If they go down 20 in the first quarter and get smacked, then what you gonna say?
See, this is you know what? Because I'm listening to you.
Because you playing the champs.
You know, I'm glad we're having this conversation, Kings fans. 916-339-1140. We're gonna get to your more calls. I'm glad we're having this conversation because
tell me how you gonna feel.
We have raised the expectations for this Kings team. 2 years ago, we wouldn't even be talking about. We wouldn't even be angry. We wouldn't be mad. It'd be like, the Kings doing Kings things. Now we're holding this team to higher expectations. Hold up, High Flyer. I got to get to a break. We're going to talk about it next. 916-339-1140. You're on the drive, guys, here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Check out the Golf to Go Hour with Frank LaRosa every week on Sactown Sports. Get the latest on equipment, area courses, people who play the great game, and plenty of good conversations about golf. It's the Golf to Go Hour every week with Frank LaRosa on Sactown Sports. Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop, America's most awarded golf facility. Naturewood Home Furnishings, where it's all about choices and always about quality.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave asking you, are you feeling the pain of paying more and more for your gas? PG&E has increased their rates 4 times in the last 5 years, and the new forecast says PG&E customers may see their bills increase 32% by 2026. The good thing is there are steps you can take to protect yourself from these rate hikes, and better yet, American Energy may be able to help you completely eliminate your gas bill with a new ultra-high efficiency comfort system. Did you know SMUD offers huge rebates to eliminate your old gas guzzler? They can help you guide through the whole process. Seriously, listen to me. You go to the SMUD website. There's tons of rebates available, but it is confusing on how to do it. Listen to these rebates. $2,500 from American Energy, $3,500 from SMUD, $1,000 from Caltech, $2,000 home system upgrades. That's $9,000 in rebates. Let American Energy help you out at 916-520-9990.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Visit Boot Barn this week to save on quality holiday gifts. We're offering holiday specials this week only, where you can get up to $40 off Western boots for men and women and 25% off select men's outerwear, Western shirts, and work pants. We're also offering savings on a large assortment of men's jeans, including buy one, get one free deals. Visit us this week to save on top quality holiday gifts. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Most golf professionals will tell you that when chipping or pitching, you should get the ball on the green and let it roll to the hole. That works in most cases, but there are times when a direct line to the green might not be there. Maybe there's a tree or branch you're sure to hit in your arc line. Maybe your shot is uphill to a hole cut close to your ball. This is where the flop shot normally works, but with the reward comes a risk. With the wrong lie, you could swing right under the ball and not advance it. There's also a chance you hit the ball with the wedge's leading edge, making your partners jump out of the way of your ball, which is now flying about 2 feet off the ground. Here's a technique for you to practice. If you're a right-hander, weaken your left hand grip by turning your hand under the club so your palm faces skyward. Now the club face remains open through the hitting zone, giving you a shot that flies higher and lands shorter. Give it a try on the range and experiment with different hand positions under the club. I think you'll be able to take it to the course. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Lead generation is one of the most important aspects of any marketing campaign. Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products or services to them. Go to aimyourdigital.com today. aimyourdigital.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
But a lot of you out there, man, y'all agreeing with High Flyer. Leonard Keene says High Flyer is absolutely right. Can't have a pattern. Plus, it's very important to protect home court. On the text line, I see you out there as well. Kings have to go back to it says driving board. I think it's supposed to say drawing board. We need all-star players. So a lot of fans are upset. And this got me thinking, and I mentioned it before the break, High Flyer.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Tony Harvey coming up at 3 o'clock, Associated Press. He's at every home game, always asking the questions of Mike Brown. We'll have get his take on this. This is a different mentality I'm seeing from Kings fans versus when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Kings fans 2-3 years ago, you know what? Kings being Kings. As TCG says, Kyle is stuck in the Kings mentality. If you remember, I was the one from day one I got here trying to hold these guys to a higher standard. I was the one that told Katie Christensen when De'Aaron Fox scored 43 points, and she said, well, he can't do it every night. I said, if he want to beat Jason Tatum, he can. If he want to beat Donovan Mitchell, he can. I was that guy. So don't come at me saying, I'm soft now, you're being soft. People hitting me up on Twitter saying, come on, Kyle, you're being too soft and everything. No. It was a schedule loss, in my opinion. High Flyer, I want to get to Chris right now on line 2. My guy Jay Johnson behind the boards helping us out all day long, take you up to 6. Chris, what's up, man? You're on with Drapes and High Flyer. What say you on this topic?
How you guys doing? First time caller. Thanks for taking it.
Yeah, no problem, man. What you got for me?
So I'm looking at the stat line last night, and one thing I'm noticing, not just in last night's game, but through some of these games that they're having a challenging time making three-pointers, 41, I think it was 41 threes last night. Missed something, I think 21 missed. And am I the only one that's thinking, wow, 21 shots, that could be 21 two-pointers if we're driving, if Sabonis can get on that 15-foot jump shot. I mean, I'm fine. I know you live and die by the three-pointer in the NBA, and if you're having a night where you're hitting them, great. But when we're shooting, under 35%, there needs to be an adjustment made, especially at halftime. And I just think we're wasting a lot of two-point shots. Think of all those points, that 21 shots that were missed from three could have been if converted to points, even if we made half of those.
Chris, appreciate that call, man. Yeah, they were 13 of 41 from three.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if we want to have that conversation, I'm willing to have it, because the saying is you live by the three, you die by the three.
Oh, yeah.
And
true.
sometimes it's going to come back to bite you. And sometimes in the biggest of moments. And if I'm Mike Brown and I'm the Kings, I know that's your philosophy, but I don't want come April and May, a game 7, and we go 13 to 41. Oh, we just couldn't hit shots tonight. Well, if you ain't hitting shots, something else got to happen. You got to do something different.
You have to find another way, right?
You got to find another way.
You have to flip a switch. Now, I will say this about the game. The Kings are a three-point oriented squad. They love to shoot the three. I'm fine with that because that's how they win basketball games. But in certain instances to where at one point the Kings were only shooting 24% from the three-point line.
Right.
And the Clippers were getting downhill, getting to the basket. Kawhi Leonard was killing us with the mid-range shot.
Yep.
So was Paul George. They were scoring the basketball. That's how we got down. All right. We got down big against that. It's going to have to be a certain point in time, and De'Aaron Fox has it. I've seen it. It has to be a certain point in time to where you don't elect to just stand out there and keep shooting threes and say, okay, we're going to die with this. You have to be able to utilize other parts of the game, the mid-range, the pick and roll, the pick and pop, even down to KD, the free throw game. Think about it. We won against Golden State, but if the Kings would have made at least just half of the free throws they missed, it wouldn't even been a game to even talk about against Golden State. How many free throws missed against Golden State? About 24.
Yes. They struggle from the free throw line.
Yes. So I'm saying
you may have it, it's not even a game.
It's not even a game.
Close.
So that's what I'm saying. You have to find other ways to win a basketball game. When you went the whole first half trying to win threes, it didn't work for you.
But let me push back, and I hear you. I'm thinking from a coach's standpoint. Mike Brown, Brad Stevens in Boston. You trust the process. You live with the result.
True.
If they're good looks,
you have to live with it.
You got to live with it, right?
But I tell you what, as a basketball player, rule of thumb, this is as a hooper, a brother who have done it, put up thousands and millions of shots. If I take 2 3-pointers, okay, in today's game, if I take 3 3-pointers, that third one don't drop, that fourth time I get the ball, I'm putting it on the ground and I'm going to the basket. I'm going to get fouled, go to the free throw line, watch that ball go through the net 2 times, get some confidence, and then I might step behind the 3. I'm just not going to shoot the 4th one, the 5th one, the 6th one, the 7th one, and miss.
You ain't John Starks in it.
No, because at that point, think about it, KD. At that point, I shot 3 threes, right? They went down and shot 2s. That's 6 points, right? I'm going to shoot another 3, miss. They're going to go down and get another 2. I'm going to shoot another 3 and miss. They're going to go down and get a 2. Next thing you know, I'm down 12. We in big trouble. We in big trouble.
I hear you. Okay.
But see, what De'Aaron does, though, now, you watch the game like I do.
Yes.
He's very smart now. He'll see that they come down and they'll take 2 or 3 3-pointers and they'll miss. He'll come down and go one-on-one, get into the middle, shoot a floater, make a bucket. That's how you don't get out of the game, to where you don't have to go and make this Herculean effort to come back from 24 at halftime. It's a way to play the game, bro. It's not rocket science.
Hit us up, 916-3. I'm tired already, man. I'm gassed. Hey, Sasha, I feel you. I'm emotionally drained right now. Arguing with you is a full-time job.
Because you know why? I need a championship, bro. I'm ready to win.
Kings fans, I'm loving it. It's about dang time we done raised the expectations in this city. 916-339-1140. Hit us up. Coming up next, our guy, Tony Harvey. He's at all the home games. We see him every game. We're going to ask him about last night, and will he give Sacramento a pass for losing to the Clippers last night and the way they lost? You're listening to The Drive Guys here on Sactown Sports 1140.
2 of the best the NFL and NFC has to offer meet Sunday in Philadelphia.
Purdy out of the shotgun, looks left, throws end zone. Caught! George Kittle in the back of the end zone.
It's the Philadelphia Eagles, owners of the top spot in the NFC, versus the San Francisco 49ers, who have had this game circled on their calendar for months. Join Greg Papa and Tim Ryan for all the exciting action Sunday at 1 on your home for 49ers football, Sactown Sports.
TruckSmart knows truck and SUV owners love gifts for their vehicles. Whether it's a work truck or a daily driver, TruckSmart can help you make them happy this holiday season. Truck steps, trailer hitches, toolboxes, suspension products, off-road gear, and more. TruckSmart stocks right products that fit and last for years. Need help with an install? Trained techs are on hand to get it done right. For 35 years, TruckSmart has been the source for great products and service. Visit TruckSmart today in Rockland or Auburn. TruckSmart, your truck's gonna love them.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Hanley's Kia in Davis is bringing you an unbeatable deal on all 2024 Kia models. Drive home in style without breaking the bank. Introducing Hanley's Kia incredible leasing option for just $199 a month. Picture yourself behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Kia, loaded with the latest features and cutting-edge technology. Whether it's the sleek Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg and EV6 with up to 310 miles, the versatile Sportage, or the family-friendly Telluride, at Hanley's Kia, you can also reserve your luxurious full-size EV9 with 3 rows that has the comfort of a stylish interior and the peace of mind that comes with driving a brand you can trust. Head over to Hanley's Kia today, located in Davis.
New 2024 Kia Niro Hybrid EX for $199 per month for 36 months after $7,999 customer cash due at signing plus $300 military customer rebate. 10,000 miles per year and 20 cents per mile after 30,000 miles based on sale price $30,545 and payment excludes taxes and DMV fees and any dealer fees. Vehicle ID number R5136138.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
KHTK-AM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento.
Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
Sactown Sports.
The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sound Sports.
Back here on Sports 1140, the Drive Guys with Drapes and High Flyer. High Flyer Anthony. He's out in Okinawa right now in Japan. Hey, I want to give a shout out to our girl Simone. It's her birthday. She about to go turn up, celebrating.
All right.
What's Simone, like 22, probably 23? I'm old, man.
HBD Simone.
Yeah, happy birthday to her.
I love flowers, man. What can I say?
Where you at, Simone? Oh, that's the drop? That's the drop. She loves flowers. That's right.
Show me the money.
All these Simone drops. Hey, let's bring in our guy, Tony Harvey, my man. You can read his stuff, the AP. You can follow him on social media. This guy knows the Sacramento Kings up and down. He's at all the home games asking the questions. Tony, my man, thanks for jumping on. You're on with Drapes and High Flyer. How you doing?
How you doing, KD? And how you doing, Hank?
What up, baby?
Hey, man, let's talk about last night, man. Obviously not the best of efforts. Took the L to the Clippers. What did you make? What's your thoughts on what went wrong last night?
I know players don't like to talk about it, but I think there was a little fatigue involved that definitely had to play a factor into it because I know, in my opinion, my perspective, that, Domantas Sabonis should be handling Zubac without any question, without any problem. I think a lot of that had to do with, the emotions that were kind of high the night before, with the Warriors, and they carried it into the second game. They was pretty much deflated. The Kings, that is. So I would really like to see them win these back-to-back games. That's just me. I don't care what the situation is. I know they don't like me to bring these things up, about their pay or anything like that, but fans pay money to come see these games, and they want to see you get that one as well, though. But hey, it happened last night. It's time to move on. They got Denver on Saturday, and I know they look forward, to facing them as well. So let's see if they can get that W.
Go ahead, High Flyers.
No, bro.
Let me ask you this then, Tony,
there you
because
go.
we spent the last hour arguing.
Set it off.
I'm going to set it off again.
Yes.
And the fans have backed up High Flyers to the most point. I maintain, Tony, why, yes, we do want them to win these back-to-backs. Yes, we would have liked a better effort last night. We also got to realize the Clippers were at home chilling in the hotel room. They got embarrassed the other night by Denver at home. They've been listening to the media, and the next text line brings this up. Have you talked about the perfect storm, being the Clippers being absolutely embarrassed in the media again the game before? They lost at home to Denver without Jokic and without Murray. So this was a hungry Clippers team, a rested team, going against the Sacramento team that exhausted everything against the Warriors. I'm giving the Kings a pass. Are you giving them a pass?
No, I have higher expectations for this team. I was in that locker room. I was in the Clippers locker room after the game. KD, Cal,
I'm listening.
They wanted that game more than anything because of what happened to them in Denver. I understand how hungry that is, but it's just seeing what the Kings have been doing and stuff like that. That's when you kick them in their face. Okay, I know that they made this trade. They got James Harden, and they're going through some things like that. But personally, I don't care. Kick them in the face, trip them, knock them down on the ground, and stomp them. And let them know you're not coming in here to do that either. I don't care what the deal is. These back-to-backs were designed for a reason. You get paid. You get your money, and you get that game too. You get that game not only for yourself and your coaches and your coaching staff. You get that for the fans. You get that for the Sacramento fans. Every time I walk out there, man, I want to see that beam up, man. When I take that trip down south of I-5, heading home, that's a beautiful sight, walking out of there. Usually I'm out of there an hour and a half, 2 hours after the game is over and stuff. So that's just, Katie, I understand. I don't know what the conversation was like that. I think maybe Hank, Henry, you agree with me too. Get those games, man. Hey.
Tone, I got a couple questions to ask you. And I just want real quick answers. Have we been playing back-to-backs forever?
Forever.
It's nothing new, right?
It's nothing new, and it's definitely nothing new to those players.
Okay, now what I'm saying is, I'm not saying crucify the Kings. I'm saying that Mike Brown is preaching to these guys. They have to get better. They have to be dominant on their home floor. I'm with everybody else. I understand everything that they gave against the Golden State Warriors, but this is the NBA. You're playing with the big boys. You have to be ready that next night. And then at the end, here's my two-parter, Tom. You went down 24 against Golden State. You won. You come out the next night, you go down 23 against the Clippers, you lose. KD gives you a pass. Now, I asked him, what is he going to say when we play Denver and they go down 24 again? You don't want to create that pattern, do you?
No, you don't. You absolutely do not want to create that pattern. And falling back on what you said about Mike, Mike is always preaching and talking about being great. Well, get this back to back and show me how great you are. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You want to win a championship, okay? Another thing, because the man been talking about these deep runs in the playoffs and stuff like that, okay? This is your time, okay? I don't want to wait 68, 70 games down in the season that you say, oh, you know what, let's start winning these back-to-backs and anything like that. No, these things pretty much impact the whole season, this early in the season and stuff. I feel the same way about this in-season tournament, which I approve of, I support of. It kind of adds a little euphoric, intense excitement, this early in the season. Go get these wins. Take those back-to-backs, okay? I would think that would happen in Houston, regardless of where you went. You're a G1 seed or you're playing on the road to Toyota Center, wherever you're playing, okay, that you would have it in the back of your mind that I gave it everything I got for that Warriors game last night, okay? And the hitman, and I'm talking about Malik Monk, came in there and saved the day, okay? I'm going to go out and try to repeat something similar to that the next night for these fans and for ourselves, okay? You want to be great, build the confidence in that way. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
I'm telling you,
hey, Kyle, you know I love you and stuff like that.
Nah, but you know what, Tony, though?
The road to a championship is bumpy.
You know what, though? I'm gonna call it I'm gonna call it real. I'm gonna keep it real with you, and I might get in trouble for this. Kings fans might not like me for this. Where was this energy 2 years ago? Where was this energy 5 years ago? Where was this energy 7 years ago? Where was this energy 10 years ago? You know, it's I've been like this 100% my entire life. I agree with you. If we really trying to be about it, you got to handle that. But let's call it keep it real, too.
I'm not saying nothing that Mike Brown ain't saying.
Hey, look, there's one man that stepped up to the plate last night. You know who that guy is.
Tell him.
The Fox.
The same. Hey, Tone.
He knew where it was. It's like, we did this. You know, he's already upset about all these free throws I'd have missed the night before. I'm coming back in here and I'm running. And he did that in a silent way, too. Okay? Mike Brown won all these games. Sacramento Kings, they want these games, too. Get these back-to-backs, Kyle. Get these, brother. Because I'm feeling like this. You know, 2 or 3 years ago, you know, that's what Henry, you know what I'm talking about. Teams coming in here, we don't know who these players are, and they setting it off with career highs and, you know, season highs and stuff like that. And the next game that they go, the next town that they go to, they fall flat, 1 or 2 points or something like that. That's what I was seeing in these last 2, 3 years. Now we got a coach in here, you know, who is I'm holding everybody accountable here. This is what we're going to do, and you can hold me accountable too, as he did when he's talking about some stuff that was going on with him, Sabonis and calling plays. Okay? Step up to that challenge. Do this. Win these games. Okay? I definitely don't want to see what was going on 2 or 3 years ago. All right? You know,
right.
These teams coming in the G1C, and it's like, we own this, you know? So that's basically, you know, where I stand on this. I want to see them win those back-to-back just like anybody else.
Tony, I'm gonna say this, and it's the last I'm gonna say on this topic with you here. This was not your ordinary back-to-back. High Flyer even said it. The game against the Warriors was a game 7. And now you asking to come against a hungry Clippers team with 4 Hall of Famers. That's all I'm saying. That's it. We can agree to disagree. We got Denver coming up on Saturday. Another chance to make a statement. High Flyer says, what if they get down by 20, 24 to Denver? I say, what if they blow out Denver? Now what? You know what I mean? And so in the NBA season, you can't get too high or too low. You can't get too high or too low. And I'm angry about not the loss and what happened. The fake outrage I'm hearing from fans and media members about this. Calm down. It's 1 of 82. When they blow out Denver on Saturday, is everything going to be okay? That's what I'm saying. You got to turn the page on this and not be all worried and upset. And you know what? It's 1 of 82. Tony, this team is 10-7. They were 10-7 a season ago, and we were calling it the best season ever for Sacramento. They're at 10-7 right now, and so I'm still very confident in this team. 20% into the season so far. How are you feeling about this team?
I'm riding high with them right now too. I know there's been a bumpy road and everything, but I'm really riding high.
You're killing me, Tony.
Has some issues going on with, you know, a couple injuries, including De'Aaron Fox and a couple other players. I know Keegan is still out. They still trying to make that move. Yes, they do have Denver, you know, on the agenda this Saturday, and then this knockout round that they have in the season tournament. There's still a lot of room for improvement there. You know, the coach even said it himself, you know, Kyle, and you know, it's going to be he would like it to go, you know, ascend at all times, but there's going to be some peaks and there's going to be some valleys. We understand that, stuff like that. But, you know, when we get into this point, you know, I myself as a journalist, I just have some high expectation. I don't control the whole situation and stuff like that, but trust me, Henry, we've been watching this stuff for 26. We watched 16 years of feudal stuff going on, stuff like this. So when you see, where the direction that they're going on, you want to see them exceed. And I do think, where they are right now, they still can accomplish a lot of things, going for the rest of the season. Okay. 50 plus. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay. My guy, Tony Harvey. Check him out. AP's at every home game, always writing about the Sacramento Kings. Good stuff as always, Tony, man. We will see you on Saturday, my man.
Yes, sir. I'll see both of you at Saturday. The routine. I'm always there pretty early. And, I'll be in both locker rooms.
Exactly. I like that. Tony Harvey joining us here on the Drive, guys, on Sactown Sports 1140. Appreciate it, Tony. Coming up next, we're going to get to your phone calls. Hit us up, 916-339-1140. I see you on the YouTube and the chat line as well. We're going to continue to talk about this back-to-back. Last night, you lose. Is that a problem going forward? They're 0-2 on the second night of back-to-backs. You'll hear from De'Aaron Fox on that coming up next here on the Drive, guys, Sactown Sports 1140.
It's that time of year again. Sactown Sports is welcoming Santa back to town for the 40th annual Santa Parade, Saturday, December 9th in downtown Sacramento. Grab the family and join us as we celebrate Santa's arrival with marching bands, superheroes, cheer squads, and more. Parade starts at 10 a.m. at 14th and N. We'll see you Saturday, December 9th in downtown for the Santa Parade with Western Health Advantage, Huff Home Services, and the California National Guard. Get more information at SactownSports.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, in addition to our lower prices, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old, so you know you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of lower-priced certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Guys, did you know your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED? And right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. They've helped thousands of men since 2011 feel and perform better. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Schedule your free testosterone test, exam, and consultation today. Call 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
Light the world with the giving machines. Experience the joy of giving this season and helping those in need now through December 10th at the Galleria Mall in Roseville.
Your home for Kings basketball for over 25 seasons.
Sactown Sports.
You're listening to The Drive, guys, with Drapes and High Flyer here on Sactown Sports 1140, 916-339-1140. Still talking about that game last night. Kings falling to the Clippers at G1 seed. And it wasn't even close as the final score, 131-117. Kings got down 35-27, and they gave up 37 points in the second quarter as well. They were down 72-50 at halftime, down by 22. I say, you know what? I could have saw it coming. It was predictable.
And you know what? And I can say this too, KD.
Yeah.
Okay, we wanted to go to State Warrior game.
Yep.
And we're fine with that.
Yep.
Everything was great.
Yeah, it was nice. Great.
I can tell you right now, Mike Brown wasn't happy that they gave up 70-plus points in the first half against the Golden State Warriors. He wasn't happy about that.
He wasn't happy at the time, High Flyer. No,
listen.
Go ahead. I'm going to listen to you.
He wasn't happy about that.
Of course. Nobody was.
But what I'm saying is that he's setting a presence. He wasn't happy about that. Even though everything at the end came up roses, I bet in the meeting the next day, you bet in him. I bet in the meeting next day, he had 70-plus first half unacceptable. I guarantee it.
And I agree with you. But when Mike Brown laid his head down in bed last night, when he woke up this morning, he brushed his teeth, when he washed his face, when he had his Cheerios for breakfast, you know what he said to himself? You know what? Yeah, It was one of 82. I could see it coming. But publicly, to his teammates, he's acting like you guys are acting. That's all I'm saying.
And when he woke up and looked at that Clipper game, giving up 70-plus points in the first half, once again, unacceptable. And plus, let's not make this a habit. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I want to hear from you guys, man. 916-339-1140. Let's get to Dave on line 2. Dave, you're on with Drapes and High Flyer. What's your take on this, man?
Hey, brothers. Let me tell you, I wasn't too upset. I mean, I was upset that they lost, but I kind of saw it coming. They had an emotional letdown from the night before. They didn't have Keegan, and that thing with his length and size really hurt him in this game because of Leonard and George. And they were hitting lights out. The Clippers were on a pace. They were really hitting lights out. And those games happen. But I'm telling you what, I think when they play again, they got a few days off now, but when they play again next week, I can guarantee you they're not going to score 70 in the first half because Coach Brown is not going to let that. And I would, if I was the coach, I would tell them the same thing. These things happen, boys, but by God, there better not be another 70-point first half or, things are going to change. You've got to let them know that.
Amen.
Dave, appreciate the call, my brother.
Dave.
Appreciate that.
Church, Dave.
My guy, Dave, right there. We heard from Sasha Vezenkov earlier about this. And the question, has been raised about the second night of back-to-backs. Remember, they beat Dallas, great win in Dallas, then came back, laid an egg against the Pelicans. Last night, laid an egg against the Clippers. You beat the Warriors the night before. They're 0-2 on the second night of back-to-backs. They got 15 of those this season. Here's what De'Aaron Fox had to say about the second night of a back-to-back and any excuses at all. Let's hear from D. Fox.
Everybody in the league plays back-to-back, so that's nothing that we can really complain about. But we just have to, we have to be better on back-to-backs. I mean, we've been blown out in 2 and both of our back-to-back, so we just have to be able to come back and be ready.
Here you go. That's De'Aaron Fox. That's your leader.
Okay, true.
Right.
I'm with that.
Go ahead.
I agree. They got to be better.
They got to be better. They got to be better. We all agree on that.
This is a guy who's been in the league 6+ years now, has played back-to-backs. I'll go with what he's saying. Sasha Vezenkov ain't played a back-to-back in Europe ever.
Come on now. Don't do that, High Flyer. Don't minimize with Sasha. Sasha, he's in the trenches also right now.
This is the first year he's played a back-to-back in his whole career. I played overseas. I know. You're talking to a guy who knows. So back-to-backs is a part of it. You heard De'Aaron. His first words were, everybody plays back-to-backs.
Right.
Nothing new.
But not everybody play.
No, everybody plays
in-season tournament back-to-back, and then against a 4 Hall of Famer Leighton Clippers rested team back-to-back.
KD, don't put extra on it.
No, because
bro.
High Flyer, you can't just say back-to-backs. De'Aaron Fox can't say back-to-backs. YouTube chatters can't say back-to-backs, and text line guys can't, because this was not your normal back-to-back, big fella.
I agree
That's
with
my
you on
point.
that, but
normally, I would not give them a pass, but in this instance, this is not your normal back-to-back.
My question, are you going to go against the man himself? We just heard what he said.
I'm going to get, yes.
Okay.
I stand on my,
I'm done.
You call me big word for a reason.
Yeah, I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. But I'll be talking again.
Hey, Jade, I like that the phone lines, are lit up, man, because I want to hear from the Sacramento Kings people out there, the true fans out there. David, you're on with Drapes and High Flyer. I know you agree with me, David. Back me up on this.
I'm not too much worried about this one game, but the one thing that I did notice is that Zubac pretty much manhandled Sabonis down there, so similar to what Looney did in the playoffs. And so when the playoffs come, when the games count and the games slow down, I mean, I'm not sure if we have the personnel to man up to the real big guys. I mean, we have our backup center, but he's not a bruiser. He's just a tall, lanky guy who can get rebounds and block shots. But when they start to beat us up, I mean, if we don't hit our threes, we either live by the 3 or we die by the 3.
All right, David, appreciate it, man. Where you at, the Speedway or something? He out at Daytona right now. But go ahead, High Flyer. What do you think about what he said? Because we can have this Sabonis conversation. We can have that conversation. And I'm not going to blame emptying the tank on the Warriors and all that. 3 of 12 against Zubas, that's not getting it done for Domas. He got to be better.
He has to be better.
Yes, we all agree on that.
Even De'Aaron Fox said they have to be better as a team. We know that. But I will say this, and this has been proven over a few games for the Sacramento Kings. Length bothers them, and they were long. Paul George, long.
Yes.
Kawhi Leonard, long.
Yep.
Zubats in the middle, long. So, the one thing that I say that the Sacramento Kings have that they can combat against the length and strength is that they can use their speed. Well, James Harden controlled the tempo of the game from the start. They played Clippers-style ball. And even when the Sacramento Kings started to get up and down a little bit, they start coming back, the Clippers would get a turnover. They would get an offensive rebound. They would get a steal to stop the run for the Sacramento Kings. The Kings, in order for the Kings to win against a big, strong, long, lengthy NBA squad, they have to play King style. It has to be up and down. It has to be up and down. But they also, KD, if they're not knocking down those threes, they better take some tools, because if you're not knocking down threes, you playing up and down, and you're shooting and it's clanking, they getting the ball and they're going back. You're going down 24 real quick, aren't you?
Yeah. You're right. You're on with Drapes and the High Flyer here on Sactown Sports 1140. I want to get to Chris on line 1. Chris, what you got for me, man?
Hey, Drapes, High Flyer, my fellas. How y'all doing today?
Salute.
What's up, fam?
Hey, I just, High Flyer was hitting it on the head. We did that in the Lakers game. We started out strong. We started out fast. We moved the ball up and down the court with speed, and we were able to beat them with their lengths. Look at the SA game with Wemby. It was hard. We had a hard time. Same thing with, the Pelicans. Their length really hurt us. So I think the thing that makes me a little leery, I'm not anxious or upset or anything like that, is I don't want us to become the Lakers 2.0. I don't want the slow start to continue and us to have to figure things out late in the game and then control it from there. And that's the only thing from that Golden State win and then the loss last night, coupled with a couple other wins and losses this season. I need some more consistency. And that's where my fear comes from as a fan, that we're not getting that consistency.
All right, Chris, appreciate that, man. Great call. I want to slide in Steven as well.
Thanks.
Steven, you're on with Drapes and High Flyer here. What's up, Steven?
Man, what's up, man? It's my birthday, same as Simone's, man. So I want to get some special love, man.
Happy birthday, bro.
Shout.
Man, thank you. Your guys' energy, by the way, man, has been absolutely 100% infectious all week. And so, man, I applaud you. I like your chemistry that you guys got going on here, man. It's beautiful.
Thank you, bro.
Look, listen, okay. So I love you, Kyle. I'm gonna hit you with your line. You're my guy, Kyle. You're my guy. But listen,
he set me up, right? He set me up. Go ahead.
Oh man, but listen, no, you're my guy. I really love you and I respect you a lot, man. Listen. We have been getting dragged, absolutely dragged. We have been the laughingstock of the league for the longest time. We have been darn near the Cleveland Browns of basketball. Okay, we get looked at, we get loved because we're loyal. We're loyal fans. Now that we have surpassed and we have met our expectations from last year because of all of the success from last year. Our expectations are through the roof now because we got to taste that playoff success. We got the taste of that success. We got to see what this front office can actually do when you get a GM who is competent and who can actually bring in his own head coach, his own man. You want to set up this culture. That's how you set up the culture. It's been wishy-washy for years. It's been the GM and then the head coach, and then the head coach stays, and then he gets a new GM, and the GM. We've all watched it, man. We all know what it's like. Now we get a taste of success from last year. We are still to this day not getting the respect and the love that we deserve. So I feel like every single game, it doesn't matter if it's a back-to-back. Henry, I got you, man. I'm with you on this one, man. We've been playing back-to-backs for a long time. Long time. It doesn't change. That aspect does not change. It will always stay the same. Back-to-backs are always going to be there. Now, I'm going to close on this real quick here.
All right, what you got, man?
Man, look, I'm passionate and I love it, man. So look, we need to step on everyone's neck and not let off from the jump, from literally the tip until the final whistle, until that clock rings 0-0-0. Okay, that's how we have to do it, because we got to earn the respect of the league. And so, how are you going to do it? By beating everyone to an absolute pulp and showing that we are not a team to be messed with. We are not a joke. We're here to play, and we are for real.
Steven, all right, I appreciate your passion, your energy, and I'm actually, as a guy who's been here, this is my 4th season with the Kings, High Flyer. I'm excited and happy to see Kings fans now say,
sure.
You know what? Losses like that, that's unacceptable. That's where we need to be. I get it, and I'm happy we're at that point now. We got much more on this topic coming up here next, 916-339-1140. I just got an email, an update on the in-season tournament schedule, when the Kings play, if they beat the Pelicans, and when they play, if they should happen to lose as well. I got that for you. That's coming in next here on The Drive, guys, with Drapes and High Flyer, Sactown Sports, 1140.
What's the latest with the San Francisco 49ers? Carmichael, Dave, and Jason Ross keep you up to date on all things red and gold during the Niners at 9 every weekday at 9 a.m.
on Sactown Sports at SactownSports.com.
The Rolling Stones, live. Stones Tour 24, Hackney Diamonds. Sponsored by AARP. July 17th, Levi Stadium. The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world. Tickets on sale Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. at rollingstones.com. Your chance to see the Stones.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kip Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kip Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
There are good gifts, and then there are great gifts. I just shopped at Kohl's, and let me tell you, I found some really great gifts. And all for less, like 50% off Cuddle Duds bedding, a Ninja Blast portable blender for under $60, and 30% off toys. Then I got 20% off some of my finds, and I earned Kohl's Cash. Don't just take it from me. Hurry to Kohl's to get the best gifts for everyone on your list. Select styles, toys, coupons do not apply. Some exclusions apply. Offers end December 6th. 20% off valid through December 10th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Who has the largest selection of golf merchandise in Northern California? The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. It's the go-to store for golf bags, apparel, equipment, lessons, club fittings, novelty items, and more. With their low price guarantee, complimentary gift boxes, and gift cards for your golfer, it's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Add convenient online shopping and effortless after-Christmas return policy, and you'll see why the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
For a business to thrive, there needs to be a constant stream of new customers. This happens through strong lead generation. Did you know that lead generation is one of the most important tools of any marketing campaign? Let us help you identify your target audience and market your products and services to them. To get started today, contact aimyourdigital.com. That's aimyourdigital.com and start seeing results today.
Want the best movie experience in town? Join Sactown Sports' IMAX Pass by visiting SactownSports.com and sign up today. You can win tickets to see this week's film at the Esquire IMAX Theater.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland. What's happening for Chrysler's Black Friday sales event?
We just added even more savings. Now you can save up to $16,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Ram 1500 crew cabs with no payments for 90 days. That means you get the truck you need and you don't make your first payment until next year. And we have trucks starting as low as $29,995.
Wow. What about the last of the Dodge muscle cars?
Right now, save up to $6,500 off MSRP on new 2023 Dodge Charger and Challenger GT and SXT with no payments for 90 days. And we even have thousands off MSRP on Scat Packs, Hellcats, and special editions too. But you better hurry in. This is your last chance to get one. And we're turning back the clock and saving you thousands with financing as low as 4.99% for 84 months on all new and used vehicles in stock.
See their full selection at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
16.5 total net savings after 11,000 factory rebates and 5,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include $1,000 case construction cash. Must have purchased eligible case equipment from qualifying dealer. 5 net savings, $29,995, truck number 123158. 65 total net savings after 2,500 factory rebates and 4,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 500 first responder cash for eligible first responders only. No payments for 90 days on approved credit through Chrysler Capital. 4.99% for 84 months. OAC through Travis Credit Union. 14.15 per thousand borrowed.
The Drive Guys powering your afternoons Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Look at High Flyer over there. You know I had to let the beat drop in, right? Man, you had to let the beat drop.
That's gangster right there. Even though it's a young lady's song, it's gangster.
Right. Oh, I'm fired up here on the Drive Guys, Sactown Sports, 1140 Drapes and the High Flyer. I'm looking at the YouTube chat. Might as well close up shop and head home, QQ says. Between Drapes, High Flyer, and this chat window, I'm not getting anything done at work. I love it. Hey, if you're out there, yes, sir, tap in on the YouTube channel, Sactown Sports 1140. Tap in on the text line or the phone line where you could call us, 916-339-1140. Continuing the conversation about the Kings' loss last night, I do want to bring up, I teased it before we went to break, we do know when the Kings will play next week. We know their game schedule next week now.
Okay.
So we know they play Monday at home against the Pelicans.
Hosting.
Yes, they are hosting. If they win that game, their next game would be Thursday, 6 p.m. in Vegas against either Phoenix or Los Angeles, the Lakers.
Right.
6 p.m. That's the in-season tournament winners bracket. If they should happen to lose that game, the Pelicans game.
The Pelicans game, right.
The Pelicans game, yes. If they would happen to lose the Pelicans game, they would play at either Phoenix or the Lakers on Friday, 7 o'clock or 7:30. If it's Phoenix, it's Friday at 7. If it's the Lakers, it's Friday at 7:30.
Right.
Exactly.
Because they have to make up that game.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
They still would have to play one game.
Right.
So the Kings play Monday.
Okay, question.
Yes.
So they're going to be on the road. If they lose, they're on the road both of those games.
No matter what, they're on the road.
Gotcha.
Exactly. If they play Phoenix, they're on the road. If they play the Lakers, they're on the road. Exactly. And those games, if they lose, from a TV standpoint, would be on NBC Sports California. All games, of course, right here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Yeah.
Got to give you a shout out. Got to give you and G-Man a shout out.
That's right,
for
baby.
sure. Y'all do great work.
Appreciate
as always. So what do you think about that, man? First of all, I'm a big fan of the in-season tournament. I like it. I'm not a fan of not knowing the schedule until a few days beforehand.
Well, it has to be that way, KD, because this is new, bro. I mean, really, we flying by the seat.
Right. Yes.
We are flying by the seat. It's the first year. Everything isn't etched in stone. They're trying to figure it out. But I'll tell you one thing that they have figured out is that we're playing meaningful basketball in November and December.
Yes. And that's what they wanted to accomplish, right? That was it.
That was the end-all, be-all goal of this tournament.
That was it. Hey, we got a special guest coming up. I was hesitant to announce him, because I had to check with you. Coming up at the top of the hour, you know we bring you the best guest right here on Sactown Sports 1140. I'll let you do the honors.
No, go ahead.
I'm okay with teeing him up?
Yes, you do it better than I do.
The Hall of Famer.
Right?
The NBA champion.
Right?
Oaktown's finest.
In the building.
The glove, Gary Payton, will be joining the Drive Guys here on Sactown Sports 1140.
We talking Gary Payton Senior.
Right. Not the second.
Yeah, not the one that just had the little the calf
the
pull.
injury. Yes.
We talk about the man himself.
Probably the biggest trash talker in NBA history, maybe. Like
he won it.
He was yapping.
He won it.
He was yapping.
Hey, I love him, my dude. He won it too.
Who was bigger trash talker? Him, Jordan,
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird.
Larry Bird talked more trash than both.
What?
Gary was louder, but Larry would talk trash, dog. I mean, he wasn't that loud, but he would talk trash. He'd be like, "You do know I'm standing right here, Larry. I can hear what you're saying."
The thing I love about Larry Bird, and this story has been told all the time, he would tell you what he's going to do before he does it, and then follow through and do it.
KD,
come on, man.
Didn't I tell you I played this game?
Yes.
I had that happen to me.
What?
At Arco.
Let me hear that.
At Arco, we're playing, and this is back when Jerry Reynolds was coaching.
Yep.
Him and Jerry from the same hometown.
Yeah, French Lick.
Lick. We're getting ready. First of all, I sub in, and I'm guarding Larry. Larry walks over to Jerry Reynolds and say, "Hey, Jerry, you must be getting real desperate. You got this kid guarding me."
Talking about you?
Yeah. And I'm standing there. I'm like, I'm a rookie though.
Yeah.
I'm like, you do know I'm standing right here, right, Larry? Yeah. So we go up and down a couple of times, and now we're about to get ready to go to halftime, right? He said, "Here's what I'm about to do. I'm about to come off the screen. I'm going to shoot this ball in the corner for 3, and it's going to go in as the horn sound."
Get out of here.
Now I'm listening to it.
Right.
Play starts. He come off the screen. He catch the ball, lets it go. It goes in. We get the ball, take it out, throw it up, and we missed a 3-pointer. On the way to the locker room, this is back in the day with Arco, where both the teams would go down to the tunnel together.
Yeah.
On the way to the locker room, he taps me on my butt and said, "Young fella, I lied. I left 2 seconds on the clock."
What?
Yeah.
Larry Bird?
He said, "Young fella, I lied. I left 2 seconds on the clock."
Man. You know what? As we talk about the game's greatest, GP was up there. We're going to have him at 4:00. Larry Bird, people forget about, man.
I don't know. I don't know why.
And you played against him.
I do not know why.
You know, because I was a Magic guy growing up. That's why.
Me too.
And so Bird, I couldn't give Bird love. It's like you couldn't like Bird and Magic. You had to choose between the two.
You know what, though? And it's funny because you're a Boston guy.
Yeah. Well, I'm a Philly guy.
Okay.
I'm from Philly. Don't call me a Boston guy. That's
my bad.
That's blasphemous.
Okay, well, if you're a Philly guy, I was a Julius Erving cat.
Dr. J, most underrated player I think out there.
And let me tell you, I was a New Jersey Nets Julius Erving dude. I'm talking about the big
afro,
the big afro,
right?
Yeah.
Not when he cut it closer. Yeah.
I got 2 jerseys in my closet right now besides mine. Number 32 New Jersey Nets and number 44 San Antonio.
Iceman.
The Iceman Gervin.
Really?
Love them 2 dudes. But man, what Larry Bird and Magic Johnson did for the NBA, bro, you cannot quantify that. Because I remember I was a young dude. Wide World of Sports. You only got
ABC Wide World of Sports.
You only got 2 games back in the day.
Yep.
It was Boston and whoever they played, and then the second game was the Lakers and whoever else they played. That was all you got. And then don't let the Harlem Globetrotters be on. You didn't get one of them. So Magic Johnson and Larry Bird took the NBA from that to what you see now today. And you know what? Give love to where it's due. You know, bless his heart, he gone. David Stern, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson, they took the league to that next level, and it shot off through the atmosphere when Michael came in.
A lot of people say that David Stern ruined the league in this way. Let me ask you this.
Okay.
Instead of marketing teams, he started marketing individuals. It became more about individuals over time and not actually teams.
You know, back then it was different, man, because you could say he marketed individuals, but I think it was more so the endorsements that did that. Because think about that time when Magic and Bird was heavy. Converse was everything.
Yeah.
You know, remember the weapons commercial?
Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Magic
You
pulled
had
up in the
those,
limo.
right?
Yeah. Magic pulls up in the limo and Larry Bird is on the farm. You know, I think it was more so the tennis shoe companies that did that, because Converse was huge. They had everything. They had the league on lock. And then, I'm pretty sure you watched Air.
Oh yeah.
When Nike came, bro,
it changed.
And they grabbed Mike, and what Mike did, it changed the game. It changed the game. So it really wasn't about, what team he played on. It was Michael. And then it's Magic, it's Bird. Dominique was in that. Okay, yeah. Isaiah Thomas was in that. So that's where it just, the individual stuff just took off, man. The team stuff came later.
Final question on this before we get to Drapes takes. I'm gonna get to Drapes takes, even though the whole show been on all our takes. Really, I'm gonna get to Drapes takes coming up next segment. I think Dr. J is probably the most underappreciated superstar that we've had. Megastar.
Yes.
People talk top 10 of all time, and they don't mention Dr. J, top 15 of all time. And I'm not just talking Dr. J, NBA Dr. J.
That's the thing. They don't know.
They don't know ABA Dr. J.
There it is right there. They don't have the tutelage to understand what he did back in the ABA and how he brought both of those leagues together.
Right.
And then took off once he got to Philly. Because Dr. J was the man next to the man.
Yes. You see the videos in New York, Rucker Park and everything. People on the roofs and everything trying to look at Dr. J, climbing the fences trying to look at Before there was Jordan, Magic, Kobe,
LeBron,
all them.
It was Julius Erving. Exactly.
It was Dr. J.
It was Julius Erving.
All right, coming up at 4 o'clock, we got our guy, the glove. Gary Payton set to join the drive guys here on Sactown Sports 1140. But next, I've been holding off on Drapes takes, but y'all done got me fired up. I got a special edition of Drapes takes. It's coming up next here on Sactown Sports 1140.
The Sacramento Kings conquered the Thunder, the Spurs, the T-Wolves, and Warriors for an undefeated run through Group C of the in-season tournament.
Tough ball away, bank shot is good! Malik Monk somehow banks it home. 7.4 seconds to go.
Now it's the knockout stage and a matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Losers out. Winners off to Las Vegas.
Join us for Kings and Pelicans, Monday at 7 on Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Yep, 'tis the season. Hi, if you're like me, you take pride in your gift giving. Well, I've got a terrific idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift free from the Good Feet store. If you have someone on your list who's on their feet all day, has sore feet, knee, hip, or back pain, or even plantar fasciitis, maybe needs an energy boost, or just wants to maintain their active lifestyle, a Good Feet Arch Support gift card could be the perfect gift.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
Pat Green and Diamond Rio live in concert Saturday, December 9th, 7 p.m. The venue at Thunder Valley. Country music icons Pat Green and Diamond Rio with special guest Mark Wills. On sale now at ThunderValleyResort.com. Pat Green and Diamond Rio.
Prestigio Jewelers Black November sale is on all month long. Get amazing doorbuster deals while supplies last. 1 carat diamond earrings only $449. Wedding sets starting at only $899. 70% off gold chains and much more. Get quick and easy credit approval and low monthly payments at Prestigio Jewelers. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy, you're approved. Prestigio Jewelers guarantees your credit up to $10,000. Shop designer brands such as Cartier, Gucci, Bulova, and Citizen. Visit us today or online at prestigiojewelers.com. See store for details.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Everywhere you look, someone is always telling you how to get more fit. While we may feel like we're fit, we can all get fitter. Maybe you have a favorite pair of jeans that don't fit anymore, or maybe you just want to lower your blood pressure a bit. Here are a few suggestions. Walk more. Walk more rounds, walk to work, walk to the store, walk the dog, but walk. Strengthening the most important muscles in the golf swing, your glutes. Even Tiger couldn't fire his. Buy a foam roller and knead the muscles of your body 3 times a week, especially your hips. You can do this while you watch television. Eat more vegetables, and potato chips and carrot cake don't count. Stabilize the muscles of your core by raking leaves or sweeping floors, and eliminate soda, especially the ones with artificial sweeteners. Maybe you'll be able to take a little bigger turn. Maybe you won't get tired around the 15th hole. Either way, you're going to be much happier with yourself. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Jerry and Kenny here from Bell Brothers. And if you've even thought of replacing your old, outdated, inefficient windows, now is the time to take action.
Right now at Bell Brothers, when you buy one window, you'll get the second one for 30% off. That's right. Buy one, get the second one 30% off.
That's real savings, up to $6,000. You have to buy at least 4 windows to qualify, and you can't mix windows and doors. But beyond that, every second window is 30% off.
For example, when you buy 10 windows, you will get 5 windows at 30% off. We also have 0% interest financing available for qualified buyers. Call for details.
To take advantage of our buy one, get one 30% off sale, call Bell Brothers now at 916-444-1234 or find us online at theNoSurpriseGuys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Over the last 5 years, there's been a 25% increase in reported hate crimes. A hate crime not only harms the victim, but strikes fear into their entire community. Our community. The FBI is committed to combating hate crime and seeking justice. We're here to help. If you have been a victim or witness to a hate crime, dial 1-800-CALL-FBI or submit a tip at tips.fbi.gov. Protecting our communities together. Dial 1-800-CALL-FBI to report hate crimes. Sponsored by the FBI. Aired by California.
Guys, live and local, every afternoon, Monday through Friday on Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports, 1140. The Drive Guys coming up at the top of the hour. We got our man, the glove himself, the Hall of Famer, Gary Payton. He'll be joining the Drive Guys. I'm going to ask him about whether or not we should give the Kings a pass for last night. And not just losing, because if they would have lost and been a close game, you would have been okay. But laying over like they did, coming out flat, laying an egg, that's where the issue is. I'm going to ask the glove about that.
Good.
All right.
Like I said,
you seem confident over there, bro.
No, that's why I said, I'm going to let you talk to some more guys who have actually been in there, has done that to the fullest, and see what they say.
All right. That's coming up at 4 o'clock. Right now, Jay, I want to get to Drapes takes. I've been saving this. I've been looking forward to this.
Take it easy, man. Just take it easy.
I'm going to be quiet. But I'll be talking again.
It's time for Drapes takes here on Sactown Sports 1140. The Drive Guys. I'm going to start with what happened last night, Kings fans. Let's talk about what we saw out there. And everybody want to hype up De'Aaron Fox for the 40-point game. Kudos to him. That's what Star's supposed to do. All he did was what he was supposed to do. I want to give some love to my guy, Sasha Vezenkov. What he's been able to do, high flyer, the last 2 games, played the final 15 minutes against the Warriors, knocked down a couple of threes, had a layup, played great defense. I thought last night, the 2 players that actually brought it, I thought De'Aaron Fox and Sasha Vezenkov. Sasha, 13 points, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 of 5 from three-point range. He's starting to figure out the NBA game, high flyer, and I expect a bigger role for Sasha as we go forward.
You know what? I will say this about Sasha. I said this at the beginning. I said he has the biggest transition of any new player on the Sacramento Kings. You have to understand this young man's pedigree. He's coming from overseas in Europe to where he was a Europe MVP.
Yes.
All right. He was the man. Everything ran through him. The ball was always in his hands. It started, finished with him. Now you come over here to Sacramento, right? You're asked to be a role player. You're not the first. You're not the second. You're not the third. Sometimes you might not even be the fourth option. And now you have to figure out how can you interject your volume on the game. That's why you haven't really heard me say anything about him, positive or negative, right? Because I know
the transition takes some time.
It's a big transition. I've been that dude to where you the man, then all of a sudden you're a role player now.
Yeah.
How do you find your way? Because what you're used to doing ain't gonna work.
24 minutes, 28 seconds, 13 points plus 6 for Sasha last night. My second Drapes take has to do with Davon Mitchell. I'm gonna have to talk to Mike Brown. I'm gonna have to text or call Mike Brown. Davon Mitchell played 13 minutes last night. If I'm correct, most of them were in the first half. He had 9 points, 3 of 7 shooting. Here's my take on Davon Mitchell, High Flyer. You and I were out at the arena yesterday. The dude is putting in the work. He's out there at 3 o'clock, 3:15, getting up extra shots. And so all the fans talking bad about Davon, all the fans coming down on him, lighten up. The dude's putting in work. I thought he played well in that first half. He knocked down some shots. He looked active. He didn't look like he was gassed or tired. I would have liked to seen him a little bit more. Davon is going to be okay. I think when you talk about Mike Brown's system, he's the one player that's had the hardest time adjusting because he's playing without the ball. They're running through Sabonis. So he has to make quick decisions, knock down threes, pass, shoot, whatever it may be. Davon will be all right in the NBA. I say lay off Davon Mitchell because the dude's putting in the work. It's not for lack of effort or lack of trying.
No.
He just isn't seeing the results right now. I expect they will come.
You know what? I will, I salute the young dude, for real. To be in the arena at 3 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game is big. He was putting in the work. And when you do that, I have to salute you because, that's 50% of what the game is all about. You're giving it the effort. Now, if it just don't drop at game time, oh well, but you did your due diligence. I will ride with you on that. And yeah, he's still trying to find his way. I'm telling you, man, it's tough getting into the NBA. Number one, he's a little guard. But it's tough getting into the NBA, being a 7-footer or whoever else. And then it's really tough, KD, because I've done it. I played behind a Hall of Famer. I played behind an All-Star.
Okay.
It's tough to play behind a guy like De'Aaron Fox. Because when De'Aaron gets on a roll, you sitting.
You sitting?
You sitting.
Or if you out there with him, you in the corner, hoping to get the ball.
And you really have to get in the mindset of, okay, I was a scorer back in college, but you might not be a scorer in the NBA. You're going to have to figure out what to bring to this team that De'Aaron isn't bringing. And that's hard.
That's hard. Because De'Aaron doing a little bit of everything, right? He's doing a lot of everything right now.
The only thing De'Aaron isn't doing that I think Davon can shine at, you pick up from inline to inline.
Right. And that's not a coaching thing, High Flyer? Is that an individual decision? Like, you know what? I'm going to pick up full court.
It's a coaching thing, but it's an individual decision, man, because you got to buy into that.
Right.
I was a scorer in college. Man, when I came and I was Mitch's reserve, I might get 2-3 shots a night, if that. Defensive minded. So I understand where he's coming from, but you got to get into your mind, okay, this is what I have to do. You know what? Don't worry about your offense, bro.
Last season.
Don't worry about that. Bring an element on the defensive side that nobody else brings.
My last Drapes take before we get to the glove himself, Gary Payton. Kings fans, I've been saying the last 2 hours we should give Sacramento a pass. The Kings deserve a pass, and I maintain that. But my takeaway from these last 2 hours is the expectations level has raised.
And rightfully so.
And rightfully so. And I'm okay with that.
Because you know what?
What?
The number one guy didn't raise the expectation.
We buying in now.
I've been bought in.
Mike Brown saying championship.
He got my money.
He got you.
I'm broke.
You done already bought the tickets and everything. You already. Hey, coming up next, we got the glove. Gary Payton set to join us here on The Drive, guys. I'm going to ask him, should the Kings get a pass for last night's game against the Clippers? Laying an egg. We got the Hall of Famer joining The Drive, guys, next on Sactown Sports 1140.
Last season, the Sacramento Kings gave us a little bit of everything. A Pacific Division type GM of the Year, Coach of the Year, Clutch Player of the Year, All-Stars and All-NBA performers. Plus, we got to light the beam.
Here's a steal by Fox, the breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
What does this season have in store? Find out. Each and every Sacramento Kings game can be heard right here on your proud home of the Beam Team, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Hello, Saver. Whether you're saving for that trip to the tropics or saving for an emergency, now is the time to take advantage of Wells Fargo's savings options. Wells Fargo offers savings accounts that can help you save towards your goals. So, what are you saving for? Visit a Wells Fargo branch or wellsfargo.com/save to open a savings account today.
Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
Mercedes-Benz of Stockton warmly suggests that you add a Mercedes to your holiday shopping list this year. With finance rates as low as 4.99% APR or 72 months on sedans, SUVs, and all-electric Mercedes cars, it's a great time to visit Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. Just 45 minutes from Sacramento, right off I-5. Family-owned Mercedes-Benz of Stockton, where we make buying your Mercedes a special event you'll never forget. mbofstockton.com.
Imagine it's the final game of the season, but your symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, are making a comeback. What should you do? Keep managing your constipation with belly pain the same old way? Or try getting ahead of your symptoms by talking to your doctor about Linzess, linaclotide. Linzess is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually.
Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling.
Imagine, what could relief from IBS-C mean for you? Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Winter is coming. I know you know that, but are you prepared to keep your family warm all season long? At American Energy Heating and Air, their goal is to exceed your expectations of the heating and air industry by valuing the customer experience and making your home comfort system as efficient as possible for the most value. So book your $49 furnace tune-up and safety inspection today. Prevent dangerous gas leaks. Extend the life of that furnace and save on your energy bills. And here's the guarantee. This isn't a sales call. They're not getting in the door so they can try to sell you a bunch of stuff. No, they're just going to do what they say they're going to do. Call today to schedule an appointment at 916-520-9990 or go to AmericanEnergyAir.com. Been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. A-plus Better Business Bureau rating. Get your $49 furnace tune-up and safety inspection today. 916-520-9990. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable.
KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, your home for the Oakland A's every weekend.
And it's swung on line to left center, base hit, and the A's have won it on a walk-off line drive, base hit to left center.
Sactown Sports. The only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Sactown Sports.
Back here on Sactown Sports, 1140 is Drapes in the high flyer in the building. 2 down, 2 to go. Been talking about the Kings and that blowout loss last night to the Clippers, 131-117. I've been maintaining, I even said it before the game yesterday, that I'm going to give the Kings a pass. No matter what happens in that game, I'm going to give them a pass because the Warriors, that game took so much out of them. Emotionally, they were exhausted. Physically, they were exhausted. Mentally, they were exhausted. It was an in-season tournament game. High Flyer even said it was like a Game 7. And then to come back and have to face 4 Hall of Famers and the Clippers, it was a recipe for disaster. And that's what we saw last night. Hopefully, I'm not the only one that thinks that. Hopefully, our next guest agrees with me. He's a Hall of Famer. He's one of the best players that ever laced them up. He is a defensive stopper, the ultimate two-way player that could get you on both ends.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about a multiple-time All-Star, a multiple-time defensive player of the year. Gary Payton, the glove, nicknamed the glove, joining us here. GP, man, you're on with Kyle in the High Flyer. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you guys?
Good, man. Hey, Gary, they got me fired up right here, man. I'm going to start right off with what our big topic of the day was. Sacramento played the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday. GP2 is playing. Hopefully he's feeling better. I'll ask you about him coming up in a minute. They came back from 24 down, GP. They laid it on the line. Emotional game, in-season tournament. You got to win to advance. And then they got to face a well-rested Clippers team, as Jay Johnson dropped some Cypress Hill for us right there. A well-rested Clippers team with 4 Hall of Famers. To me, that was a schedule loss. To me, I expected the Kings to lose. I said, I'm going to give them a pass, Gary Payton. What say you? How do you feel about that?
I don't give nobody a pass. You got to come in and play. I don't care. And then let me go back to you on these Hall of Famers. They future Hall of Famers. They ain't no Hall of Famers yet. You know what I'm saying? They future Hall of Famers. So let's put that to rest already. All right. But I'm just saying, look here. Sacramento did a great job of coming back and beating the Warriors, and then to be the number 2 seed in the end season tournament next week in Vegas. But I'm just saying, this is basketball. You know what I'm saying? And if Henry will let you know, we used to play 4 games in 5 nights and then try to get it in and win games. You got to win games. Don't give nobody no passes. If they got to come and go play, put it all out there. That's why you got 14, 15 men on a basketball court. On a roster, everybody should play. You know what I'm saying? Get the game where you get yourself ready for the end of the year. So them guys who are already been playing and had a lot of minutes, let's try somebody on the bench to see that if we can get a reliable player that we can play with and do things like that. So I'm not into that get past stuff or that what you call that? What y'all call that? Rest, whatever, what they call
load
it.
Management and rest and all that.
Load management, I ain't into all that, man. Whatever, you get paid to play basketball. They play it. You know what I'm saying? Don't give nobody no excuses. And I think that Sacramento has a good basketball team where they don't have to get no excuses. They can go out there and play every night and get wins.
Now, G, you know where to love at, brother. I ain't even got to tell you that. But I'm going to come at you like this. We've been talking about this back-to-back thing. It seems like now all of a sudden people are crying. Well, the NBA shouldn't have back-to-backs. We've had back-to-backs forever. When you came into the league, we had back-to-backs. When I came into the league, we had back-to-backs. And hey, you played against some brothers where you never did get a night off. Tell me what you think about these dudes crying about, oh, well, we can't play in back-to-backs.
Well, that's crazy, Henry. Like I just said, man, we played 4 games in 5 nights where we went back-to-back at a rest and then went back-to-back. You know what I'm saying? So go with all that, man. I don't care nothing about that. First of all, they don't even practice anymore. You know what I'm saying? You only be on the floor about, an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes, and then you're done. You're not doing anything. You're only playing a basketball game for 2 hours. Man, suck that mess up, man. It's just like when I be seeing about all these injuries, man. I used to play through injuries no matter what. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? They can have their era. This is their era. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what they want to do. It's basketball, man. Suck it up, man. You're getting paid too much money to be talking and crying about anything. Just play the game, man. That's what I say. I hate when people are always talking about, oh, we shouldn't have back-to-backs. Oh, we shouldn't do this. Oh, we shouldn't do that. You sure ain't talking about every 1st and the 15th when you getting them big checks. So start saying that. Start saying, oh, man, I shouldn't get my check. Oh, man, I shouldn't do that. I guarantee you they ain't doing that.
Now, G,
so, man, go with all that, man.
Now, G, let me ask you this. Now, we're talking about the Sacramento Kings, and I was telling KD about, in order for this team to make it to that next level, the Kings are a good team. Mike Brown wants them to be a great team. And I'm telling KD, the road to being great, the road to being a champion is bumpy, bro. It's not easy. So, I told him they went down 24 against Golden State. they went down 24 against the Clippers. And both of those was in the first half. I told him, I said, that's unacceptable basketball when you're trying to be great. You were on a great basketball team. Explain that to him.
Well, you know what, Henry, what you have to do is everybody got to suck it up. You can't get down 24 points and just try to build yourself way and get back into games. That's not going to happen. That's when I know that other players have to step up, like the Foxes, the Monks, the Sabonises. You got to go in there and talk to your teammates and say, look here, man, we got to buckle this down. It's just got to be buckled down. We got to go out here and play hard. And I think the mindset of players sometimes is be like, well, I'm tired. I got to do this, man. And then next thing you know, teams come in here and you get down 24. You cannot be a championship team trying to come back from that type of deficit every night. It's not going to work. It's going to knock you down. It's going to drain you out, and you're not going to be able to do that all the time. So I think when they are getting that mentality, but they are young right now. They're a nice young team, and they're going to get better and better, and they're going to start understanding how valuable that is to knock people out when they come to your arena. So people can't come into my arena and say that they can beat us. They should be scared to go in there in people's arena and say, man, we don't have a tough one. And they should be out there every night. And until they find that out and realize that out, they will just be a good team. When they start being a great team, when they can go back-to-backs and start blowing people out and making people understand the fear to come into Sacramento and use them fans as their sixth man, then they'll become a great team.
On with the Hall of Famer, Gary Payton, here on The Drive, guys. GP, we've been talking, just about the makeup of this Kings team. They got a lot of nice guys on this team. But we saw a team in Golden State with Draymond, and we know what happened to him with the suspension and everything. Do you also got to have not only nice guys, but you got to have a couple jerks on your team too? And does it, especially in today's day and age, in today's game, do you need that kind of player on your team? For instance, real quick, GP, we look back at Charles Oakley, Tony Allen, even, guys that, sort of the enforcers that protect the superstars. Do you need those kind of guys nowadays?
I think so. I think you need that type of basketball player on any basketball team. I had a guy on my team named Frank Bukowski.
Yeah.
Where I knew that whenever we got into it or somebody hit me, he would always come to me and say, man, love, don't worry about that. I got that. So when you have that type of guy on your team to enforce and always protect somebody, that is a good thing, because people are going to come in here and say, oh, man, we ain't going to try nothing crazy, or we ain't going to try nothing silly on a superstar. And yes, you do have to have one of them guys, because he's going to be a veteran. He's going to be a guy who's going to teach the other people how to play the game, and then don't give them no fear when they go out there in basketball if somebody going to hit them, and then teach them the same thing. Teach them to don't back down. Teach them to hit them. You know what I'm saying? And especially when you need one of them guys to take a tough foul or that, when you know that your valuable superstar is over there getting killed, get him off of him. Hey. Make sure he know that when he come in there, get him off of him. Because, bring him my way. I get him off of you. And then we have got players that will be at superstars like that. And, of course, and definitely you need a player like that on every basketball team.
Tell me this. Who was that player when you had at Potrero Hill when they locked the doors and stepped up and said, don't worry about it, this is how we going to get down?
Well, you was there too, Henry. But we had that dude. We had that dude up in the stands called Pops. We had Pops in the stands, and then we had, you was always my OG. So you know what? You always was like, man, look here, man, we gonna go at these dudes, man. But we was always like that. That's how we grew up, though, Henry.
For sure.
In Oakland. So we grew up like that, man. When we didn't take no mess. And we always protected each other, because I knew if somebody hit you, I'm gonna go and knock him down too, and get at him like that. So that's how we was.
NBA Hall of Famer, 9-time All-Star, NBA 75th anniversary team member, all-rookie, 9 times all-defensive. I could go on and on. Gary Payton joining the Drive Guys. GP, when you look at the Western Conference, you got the Warriors, obviously, Phoenix. Like, how do you see Sacramento fitting in with the Western Conference and some of these elite teams out there?
Well, you seen last year how they played, and they had home court advantage on Golden State, and they went in a tough 7-game series and lost at home and at home on Game 7. Sacramento has to understand that they got great teams here, but it has to start in the beginning of the year. They have to make a statement. You know what I'm saying? We're young, but we're going to be every night that you come play us, we're going to be at your helmet. And that's what it's got to be like. And I think this team got it because they got a leader in Brown who is giving it to them. And he's showing them. You got the young kid, Fox, that's playing very, very well. You know what I'm saying? You got a leader. You got that player. You know, the young player, Murray. These guys are good. Monk is coming off the bench doing what he does. So they got the ingredients, but I just think they need to get over that hump because they got to stop selling people, we're coming. Now we're supposed to be here. We're here now. And I think that they can fit in that 5-6 round seed, even could get to a 4. You know, it depends on what's going on because you got the Clippers who is going to be there with all them great players they got. You got Phoenix who's going to be there. You got Denver, who I think is the cream of the crop. You know what I'm saying? And then you got a veteran team in Golden State. I don't know how Golden State is going to do it because they're not gelling right now. They need another scorer, a second scorer right now, and people know that. And I think that they got to let it happen too. You know, you got a lot of good young teams in here that's going to be okay. But like the Lakers are going to be right there. So you got 4 or 5 teams right there, and Sacramento is right there. They're sticking right there. And I think that they can surpass some of these teams if they go out and make statements right now and just play and then get a good chemistry with each other by the time playoff comes, where they have fear in some of these teams. Because some of these teams don't have fear in them yet, and because they're young. Because they say, okay, if we get them in a 7-game series, we can beat them in 7 games because we'll tire them out, which happened last year. But Sacramento has to get over that hump and say, yo, we got to start winning these tough games, and we got to start being that team. And I think once they do that, a lot of teams are going to fear them, and then they're going to be in that 1 to 3 tier, and then it's going to be very scary.
You know, G, I want to take you back a little bit, brother. I always talk about, and I rant and rave in Sacramento about how we played basketball back in the day and the teams that we played on. But I want you to tell some of the fans here in Sacramento about our little team we had when it was me, you, Jason Kidd, Brian Shaw, Antonio Davis, and Greg Foster, how we used to get down in the back.
Henry, boy, we got some Oakland boys, man. You understand me, man? When we used to go to Betrayal here in San Francisco, man, and run the summer league, man, it was nobody that could deal with us. We was probably one of the best 5-6 guys that could come out of the Oakland and get it in. Get it in just tough, man. And we was gritty. We had 5 dudes that act the same way. We had 5 dudes that would go in war with each other. We knew we had each other back. And we'll just play basketball and be the ones we be. We just be open dudes. And that's just the way we are. And it's where we grew up. And when we came there, everybody wanted to beat us, but it was very hard to beat us because if you stop one, the other one was going to get down on you. And if you get down on it, it's the other one to get down on you. But if you got 6 killers coming at you, it's hard to beat them.
And then again, too, people always, like I said, because I always talk about you, and people ask me like, you know what, man, did Gary talk all that trash back when he was younger? I said, yeah. They say, well, why he always talk out the side of his mouth? I say, man, ain't nothing wrong with Gary. I say, when you see Gary talking out the side of his mouth, that's who he talking to the other dude on the other team. I say, because 9 times out of 10, he was telling me, hey, H, go at him, dog. I'm going to send him your way. You going to come get me. I'm like, man, I say GP was always our vocal leader. I say, but Brian Shaw led the squad.
Yeah, B-Shaw was our guy, though, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know me, I'm just going to talk trash, and you know I'm telling you to do something, Henry. I'm going to send him your way. You do this, and I got him. That's all it was, man. And that's why I was always talking, mumbling stuff, because I'm trying to tell him, you go at his helmet that way, and I'm going to get him this way. And that's how it was.
Gary Payton, the Hall of Famer, joining us here on Sactown Sports 1140 to Drive, guys. GP, you are a member of one of my favorite teams, man. Those Sonics teams back in the mid-'90s, early '90s. Tell me about just the chemistry you guys had, especially you and Sean Kemp, man. I even show my son, he's 14 years old. I still show him some of y'all highlights, man, and just the chemistry between you guys on that team.
Well, when me and Sean got together, Sean was drafted the year before me, and then I came in there. I think me and his chemistry started because we got close as soon as we could see each other. We started hanging out. We started doing things. And then when we started playing basketball, Sean used to always know that I was going to pressure the ball to get him steals. So he knew when I got a steal, he would just sprint. Then he started saying, woo, woo, woo. And then I started seeing that. And then I started throwing the ball up to the sky. And he would start going to get it. So then when I started seeing that, I started saying, I got me somebody here, man. Almost like what HT used to do for us when we was playing and for my father. I used to throw it up there to HT, and he used to go get it and dunk it everywhere. If everybody don't know, HT used to dunk on anybody. You know what I'm saying? Him and Marcus Cotton. So they was two guys that was legit. And then I found one in the pros just like him. And I was just like, we got a chemistry unreal because everybody be like, man, how did you see him? I just know he's going to be there. It was just an instinct that way that I knew that Sean was going to be there. Hey, you think Chris Paul and Griffin them started Lob City? It's crazy. That was me and Sean Kemp, man. Lob City was there in 1990, right, to 1997, 98.
Preach.
So don't get that twisted. He was the first Lob City ever. You know what I'm saying? So don't get that twisted.
Gary Payton, the Hall of Famer, joining us. Obviously, GP2, your son, playing for the Warriors right now. I know he's dealing with the injury. I want to go back to Tuesday's game. Did you watch that game? And what do you make of the Warriors-Kings rivalry right now?
It's getting to me. It's starting to be a good one because as soon as Mike Brown took that job, man, down there, it was going to be a bit for him being an assistant with Golden State for many years. It was going to be a rival. And I think Brown took that job because he knew what he had. He had a good young team that was really, when you can get a point guard, then come around and get a center, then draft a guy like Murray, and then start having Monk, and then pick Monk off, out of free agency. And you got all of them, then draft a Mitchell guy out of Baylor. Come on, man. You got something going on there. And he's grooming them that way. He was seeing something in Cleveland that when he had in Cleveland that he had there. And now that rivalry got so big down this interstate that it's crazy. And that's what it is all about, man. It's about a rival. It's just like the 49ers against the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Dallas against Philly. It's a rivalry, man, and we keep it good. And it's starting to be even more better because everybody is anticipating that, especially with Sacramento getting that win the other day, coming back from so much down and so much at stake. This is going to be a thing to remember for a long time, and it's going to be a rival for a long, long time.
Gary Payton joining us, the glove. I can ask you question after question. And so I'm going to keep on going here, G. I know you got things to do, man. And just give me a couple more minutes here. When I look at the NBA, I was talking to Ron Adams, assistant coach with the Warriors. He says the key to winning now is having two-way players. The problem is those don't grow on trees anymore. You don't see that as much anymore. You are one of the best to ever do it in terms of two-way player. What's it take to be a two-way player, and why don't we see more of it nowadays?
Because it takes mentally toughness. Because you got to understand, to be a two-way basketball player, you have to be dedicated on both ends of the floor. You see what I'm saying? So I'll take two guys like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Them two are dedicated to play defense and play on the other end of the floor and be skilled enough to do that. That's what I was. My mentality was, forget offense, because I'm going to get a lot of offense because I got the ball in my hand. Now, how many easy buckets can I get by playing defense? Now, if I rip you 3 or 4 times and get 3 or 4 layups, That's 8, 9, 10 points. That's all my offense I can do. I can get down. But then I'm going to shoot the ball 15 to 16 times. I know at least I'm going to make 8 of them shots. I'm going 50% or 40%. So what I'm saying is now my mentality is like this. Okay, I can take off one quarter and don't even have no offense. Because if I steal the ball, I'm going to at least score 6 points. So now you take 6 points each quarter. You got 24 points. You're good. But then if you go to defense and then go there and get 4 or 5 steals and make things happen and create people to take the ball away from you. My job was to be on that board in the visitors' locker room on the top of it. Then we got to get this guy out of this game. And I had that. They used to tell me, whoever Gary's guarding, put him on the other side because they know I was going to start havoc. But that's got to start with your mental. You got to say, man, forget offense, forget that. I'm going to lock somebody down. If he's scoring 24, my purpose is to get him to score 14. If I can get him to score 14 or even struggle to be 5 for 26 or 27, I've done what I'm supposed to. Now, if I win the game by having 27 and he has 16, I've won. We've already got 11-point advantage with a guy who was always averaging 20-something in the game, and we cut him down. We're making somebody else take that responsibility on the other side of the floor, and I'll take that any day. I'll take that any day to have somebody who has not been in that situation to try to beat us than the person who is the superstar of that team. And I took the joy of taking him out that game. And that's what I used to do every time I went to the basketball floor.
Gary Payton, a Hall of Famer, won a gold medal on that 96 team, I believe it was, GP. You know, there's a lot of talk over the years. Who would have won your 96 squad versus that 92 team?
Ooh,
Where
come
you
on,
stand?
man.
Where you stand on that,
man.
GP? Where you stand on that?
Come on, dog.
Well, one, we had 6 players off of the Dream Team 1 on our team.
Okay.
So, you know, that team is great. I'm not going to even talk about it because, you know what? Everybody was a little older. They did a little older. 4 years came by, and then we got a couple of guys. But I still think we added some good ones in Shaq, myself, Grant Hill, Henny Hardaway, and Mitch Richmond, and Reggie Miller. We added some good ones, too. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I can't tell you who would have won, and I don't like to do that because we don't have a time machine to go back and see. You know what I'm saying? And then, like I said, we had 6 players from the Dream Team 1. It would have been a good matchup, and I think we would have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? I think we all would have fun doing it.
And he would have been in Michael's ear all the way down.
Yeah. And they would have gave me the job to guard Mike, so I would have been having fun too. So it would have been good.
You know, Gary, I'm going to end it on this, man. Obviously, I'm a big fan of yours. Grew up loving your game. I also love the trash talking side of it. You're from Oakland. I'm from Philly originally. That's just how we played every day. That was every day for us. Tell me who was the best trash talker to you, though, in the NBA. Take yourself out of it. Who are some of the guys you had memorable trash talk with?
It was 2 of them. I'm on Larry Bird and Reggie Miller. They were the best 2 trash talkers I ever seen in my life. Larry Bird was number 1 because Larry Bird would tell you that he will take you to one spot, shoot it in your face, and if it don't go all net, it don't count, and he'll come back and do it to you again. And then when he do it, he used to be like, I got a present for you, and it'll be a jumper. He would always do that. One time he was playing against Xavier McDaniel in my rookie year. He told Xavier McDaniel if he didn't get this many points on him, he would quit basketball. So they were blowing us out. They were blowing us out in the Garden, and Bird was on the bench. He went over to I think it was Phil Ford or Fitz.
Chris Ford? Yeah.
Fitz, yeah, one of them was coaching the team. He told him to sub him back in the game because he hadn't gave Xavier McDaniel the points he told him he was going to give him.
He ain't gave him no smoke.
Man, he gave him smoke, man. Larry Bird was cold, man. I don't care what nobody say about all this comparing and power forward. Nobody can stop Larry Bird. I don't care what nobody say. He was one of the coldest forwards I ever seen play the game, and he used to tell you where he gonna do it. And I had the fortune to play against him for 2 years. He was ailing during this time, but even the things I've seen when he was ailing with his back was unreal.
Told you,
Larry
Katie.
Bird.
Hey, G, I told him the exact same thing. I said, LB was the biggest trash talker of all time.
And he backed it up, too.
And backed it up.
Hey, what? He'll give you 30 when he wanted to. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. He would tell you he going to give you 30. I'm just trying to tell y'all, man. And he would tell you if his jump shot hit the rim, it wouldn't even count to him. He going to come right back and shoot it again on you. I was like, man, that's cold. I was like, dude, you cold. You know what I'm saying? So that was some stuff that, man, you remember that's why him and Magic had so much of a rivalry, because he knew Magic was going to give him a challenge the same way.
Gary Payton, Sr., the Hall of Famer. Quickly, GP2, how's he doing? He good?
He going to be okay, man. You know, he tore his calf muscle. It is what it is, man. You know, injuries come with this, man. I just think that he's got to get in the lab, get himself back healthy, get back in about a month or two. You know what I'm saying? I think it shouldn't take him no longer than 4 to 6 weeks. That's on him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's my son. I think he got that toughness in him. I think he wants to be out there. It's hurting him right now that he's getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I hate to see my son always getting hurt, but that's just the way he plays. You know, he plays that way. He plays gritty and grinding. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way it is. But I think this is something that he'll overcome. I mean, he got about 4 weeks, 5 weeks. He'll be back. I mean, he'll be back, and I think Golden State needs to just hold the fort until he gets back, until you can get that grit and that grind out of him to come back. And then when he gets back, I hope he gets back real quickly and get in the flow of the game. They'll Golden State try to make a push for the playoffs.
Cool,
I tell you what, when he went out, that's when that Kings game changed.
Changed the game, bro.
Yeah, he was causing havoc against the Kings. Gary Payton, Hall of Famer, man. Appreciate you jumping on with us, man.
Always a pleasure, man. Anytime y'all need me, man, you know, HC know what's going on. That's family, man. That's like big bro. Y'all just call me, man. We can come and chap it up again.
Cool, dog. We're banging in line, man. Tell nephew I say hurry up.
I will. I tell him, man. I'll see him tonight, man. I'm going to the game. So I'll go and see him and check him out tonight.
Yep.
He'll be on the sideline. I'll talk to him afterwards.
Yep.
All right, Gary Payton, thanks so much. NBA 75th anniversary team, the glove. This guy was one of the original two-way players in the NBA. Coming up next, we're going to switch gears. We're going to talk a little NFL. That's right, Niners fans. I've been waiting to go at you guys. Niners, Eagles this week. We got Hub Arcus, our guy, coming up next here on The Drive, guys. Sactown Sports 1140.
Bang, bang, Niner Jack. The showdown is almost here. This Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers have their shot at revenge as they head to Philadelphia to face Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Play action, deep drop, pressured right away by Young and sacked by Eric Armstead. But it was Chase Young that got him off the spot. Get in my belly.
The Niners have waited for this game all year, and it's finally here. Sunday at 1 on your home of the 49ers, Sactown Sports.
At Grainger, we're for the ones who specialize in saving the day and for the ones who've mastered the art of keeping business moving. We offer industrial-grade supplies for every industry with same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders, all backed by real people ready to help. So you can get the right answers and products right when you need them. Call quickgrainger.com or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the Arnold Law Firm.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA3 Weather Center. Skies will stay partly cloudy in the area tonight. We'll see some overnight clearing, and that will send overnight lows down into the upper 30s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy day with highs in the low 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
The Arnold Law Firm has seen how a collision can turn anyone's life upside down in a heartbeat. So remember to be a little more alert on the road and stay safe.
The Arnold Law Firm, providing real justice for you since 1975. Call 916-777-7777.
Yep, 'tis the season. Hi, if you're like me, you take pride in your gift giving. Well, I've got a terrific idea for you. Gift cards from the Good Feet store. Okay, so arch supports aren't exactly what they've been hinting for, but you know they'd love them. And with the Good Feet lifetime warranty, it's a gift they'll enjoy forever. Buy a Good Feet gift card now, and Good Feet will boost its value 20%. That's a 20% gift free from the Good Feet store. If you have someone on your list who's on their feet all day, has sore feet, knee, hip, or back pain, or even plantar fasciitis, maybe needs an energy boost, or just wants to maintain their active lifestyle, a Good Feet arch support gift card could be the perfect gift.
The Good Feet store in Sacramento, Roseville, Stockton, Modesto, and Vacaville. Online at goodfeet.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, in addition to our lower prices, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old, so you know you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of lower-priced certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
The sewer system. It's probably the last thing on your mind, and that's okay. Because at the Sacramento Area Sewer District, it's our first priority. As the region's largest sewer utility, we own and maintain thousands of miles of sewer pipe. And our job is to get to your sewer problem before it interrupts your life. So whether you've got a slow drain or a backup, call us first, day or night. The Sacramento Area Sewer District. It's a dirty job, but we're happy to do it.
Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Welcome back here on Sactown Sports. 1140. Drapes and the High Flyer here as we get you ready for the big game Sunday. You know what I was doing yesterday, High Flyer?
What's that, man?
I started Googling. I was like, is there a Philadelphia Eagles bar in Sacramento?
A bar?
Yeah, you know how the Eagles fans
I
and because I need to be around my people on Sunday.
Well, you might want to get on the plane, bro. I keep telling you, this here is Niner gang, man.
I'm just saying, we got one bar though, and I might slide on through. Let's
wait. Is it here?
It's in Sac.
I'm about to say, because you can start one in your garage.
You know what? And don't let us win. Because I'm flying the Eagles flag outside. Like, bro, what?
I already know. I'm going to probably have to wear an Eagle jersey or something like that.
Yeah.
Or at least the colors.
Hey, let's bring in our very special guest, man, as we get you ready for Niners-Eagles big Sunday football game. Hub Arcus here. He's sideline reporter for Westwood One, NFL insider at 670 The Score, executive editor, Pro Football Weekly. Hub, appreciate you jumping on, man. You're on with Kyle and Henry, the High Flyer Turner. First of all, let's talk about Sunday's game, man. You know, a lot of talk about it, a lot of hype about it. The Eagles come in 10-1, getting W's, but not looking good. What's the path for San Francisco to get this W on Sunday?
Well, you know, the path always, guys, is to play your game. And the bottom line is that, to me, the 49ers are really the more confusing teams through 5 weeks. I thought they were the best team in the NFC, maybe in the NFL, and then they disappeared for 3 weeks and can't really explain what happened. Then they bounced back, and for the last 3 weeks, they've looked like that best team again. The team that took that spot from them during that 3-game losing streak was the Eagles. They have the best record in the league at 10-1. And so at this point, this one sets up as the game of the week. And, you know, a couple of weeks ago, the Eagles would have been an easy pick. But at this point, with a couple of days left, I'm just not really sure which way to lean on this one. Because I think that the 49ers are probably slightly more talented among the two most talented teams in the league. But the Eagles find a way to win. the 49ers have had a stretch where they found a way to lose. And so that concerns me a little bit, but certainly excited about Sunday. I think it's going to be a great football game.
You know, me and Katie was talking about this the other day about these two teams, and I always said that the Eagles had a great offense, but I always thought that the 49ers had the better package offensively and defensively.
Well, it's fair. I mean, they are, as I just said, I think probably the two most talented teams in the NFL this season. And, when you study the stats, and stats can be misleading sometimes, but they do, help you have an understanding of what you're looking at. They are the two most complete teams in the NFL. They are very similar. It's hard to pick one over the other based strictly on stats and, players' individual statistics and that type of thing. But at the end of the day, I can't really find a weakness on either team. There is one area where the Eagles are really struggling this year, and that's in pass defense. And you don't want to struggle in pass defense against a guy who's been the number one rated quarterback in the NFL all season long.
No, you're right about that. That might be the matchup we're looking at. Hub Arcus here joining us on the drive, guys. Hub, when I look at the 49ers, I'm from Philadelphia, Hub, so I'm going to just put that out there just so you know. I'm an Eagles guy. When I look at the Niners and I look at their wins, not a lot of close games. A lot of games in which they get up early and then they just steamroll opponents. Conversely, when you look at the Eagles, they've had to get it out of the mud. They've had to grind it out. They've had to come back. If you're a Niners fan, should you be concerned that your team hasn't won one of those gritty, hard-fought games? Or conversely, if you're an Eagles fan, it's like, man, all these games are close. When are we going to get a blowout? How should these fan bases feel about where their teams are at?
Guys, at the end of the day, a W is a W. So I don't think those factors really matter all that much. What I would take, some satisfaction in, if I'm an Eagles fan, is the fact that I already said it, the Eagles find ways to win. They do it better than anybody else in the NFL, and that's what you want from your football team. Now, the flip side of that is that the 49ers have arguably been the most dominant team in the NFL, except for that 3 weeks that they took off. And 49ers fans should feel great about that because that may be even better than finding ways to win. So at the end of the day, it comes back to the same thing. Even though the records are a little different, you've got, I think, two very evenly matched teams. The thing that's a little surprising to me, guys, I haven't looked. I don't bet because I hate the losing more than I enjoy the winning. But we pay attention to these numbers. I can't believe that the 49ers are the favorite in Philadelphia. They are. It was 3.5 the last I looked. I don't understand that. I think that the Eagles, based on what these two teams have done this season, should be favored, by at least a couple of points, maybe not all three, which would make it pretty much an even game for the home team. But that part is a little surprising to me. But, again, that's based on fan feeling and information. It's not necessarily based on knowledge or scouts or GMs or anything like that. So I wouldn't make too much of it. But to me, it's the biggest surprise of this game, the fact that the 49ers are going to Philadelphia and that they're favored.
You know what, Hub? Want to ask you this. 49ers got their guy, Brock Purdy. Philly got Hurst. Both of these guys are pretty much in the MVP chase. But if you had to put these guys head to head, throw to throw, what would it look like?
Well, they're similar quarterbacks in terms of the style that they play, and I think they do a lot of the same things. I think that Purdy has done a little better job of avoiding mistakes so far this year than the Eagles have. But at the end of the day, the way they're playing, they're pretty evenly balanced. Again, the one thing that's unusual with Philadelphia this year is that bad pass defense and the fact that they're not very impressive turnover takeaway, and the 49ers are the best in the league, and that is a big edge for the 49ers. So, if I had to pick one or the other, I think at this point, the Eagles QB still has a little bit more, great moments, a little bit more production than Purdy. Purdy will get there. He's going in that direction. But in this situation, because of their experience, I probably have to lean Eagles a little bit.
Hub Arcus joining us, executive editor, Pro Football Weekly, sideline reporter for Westwood One, and NFL insider at 670 to Score. Hub, big news today out of Jets camp. Aaron Rodgers seen taking snaps, and here we are, 11 weeks removed from, an Achilles injury. What do you make of what we're seeing from Aaron Rodgers? And Might he really try to play this season?
Well, yeah, he might. He clearly wants to. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this or not, but I had a moment with Aaron a couple of years ago. And so I have to be very, very careful in anything I say about Aaron Rodgers. But he is certainly one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He is definitely going to the Hall of Fame. There's no changing that. But he is a different kind of guy, as far as his own personal feelings about himself and his teams and the stuff he does off the field. And so you don't know what to make of it. I don't understand what the upside is here in him trying to come back literally 3 to 4 months sooner than anybody has before from that injury to play 1 or 2 games when the Jets clearly aren't going anywhere this season. And he's 40 years old. I think he can do himself a lot more damage than he can do good. And I'm not sure what he's trying to prove. And I think what's the most interesting about this is at the end of the day, is this going to be his decision or is this going to be Salah's decision? Because if Salah decides, he has to know it's not best for anybody for Rodgers to try and come back too soon. So, I'm not criticizing him for it. Aaron Rodgers is entitled to do whatever he wants with Aaron Rodgers. But it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me unless what he's thinking is that there's still time to get to the playoffs. And then once you get to the playoffs, it's a fresh start. And I understand that. But I think from what we've seen of the Jets the last few weeks, regardless of whether Rodgers plays or not, they're not going to the playoffs. So I don't really understand what the point would be in him trying to play 3 or 4 months and take serious risks to his future if there is a future at the age of 41.
No, you're right, Hub. But as well as I do, if Aaron Rodgers wants to play, I don't think anything Robert Saleh could do, really. Let's be honest. Aaron Rodgers seems to be the most powerful man in that organization. And so we'll see how it plays out, obviously, as the season winds on. I do want to end it, though, by asking you about Zach Ertz. The Arizona Cardinals releasing him. Might have returned to Philly, be in the cards. They're in the need right now for a tight end with Dallas Goedert hurt. What are you hearing about Zach Ertz?
Well, I'm hearing from a lot of NFL media types and other folks that there is a real chance it would make sense, for various reasons, and there's very little to lose. It can't hurt. So I don't think anybody will be surprised if they sign him. I don't know. There's a reason he's available, so I'm not sure that he's going to be an instant help to them. But it obviously would make sense at this point.
Hub Arcus joining us here on The Drive, guys. Hub, appreciate you and everything you do. Thanks for shedding some light as this big game approaches between the Niners and the Eagles. Thanks so much, Hub.
Thanks for having me, guys. I hope it's a good time on Sunday for everybody.
Yeah, it should be fun. All right, it should be fun. A lot of trash talking, obviously, between both fan bases coming up next. We continue to take your phone calls, 916-339-1140. We talk about the Sacramento Kings loss last night to the Clippers, and might the Clippers actually be for real this year, High Flyer? I'm going to ask you that question next here on Sactown Sports, 1140.
Last season, the Sacramento Kings gave us a little bit of everything. A Pacific Division type GM of the Year, Coach of the Year, Clutch Player of the Year, All-Stars and All-NBA performers. Plus, we got to light the beam.
Here's a steal by Fox, the breakaway. He's got the rip with the left hand.
What does this season have in store? Find out. Each and every Sacramento Kings game can be heard right here on your proud home of the Beam team, Sactown Sports and SactownSports.com.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed? Because no two people sleep the same. Only the Sleep Number smart bed lets you each choose your individual firmness and comfort, your Sleep Number setting. The Climate 360 smart bed is so smart, it actively cools or warms up to 13 degrees on either side for your ideal sleep temperature. Now, during our Cyber Week sale, the all-new Queen Sleep Number C2 smart bed is only $880, the lowest price ever. Plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. To find a store near you, visit sleepnumber.com.
A psoriasis flare-up can make a walk in the park, well, no walk in the park.
It's that obvious, huh? I've tried so many lotions and creams, but I still have symptoms.
So those don't do enough to treat the inflammation beneath the skin, leaving you with those uncontrolled symptoms.
Makes sense, but what else can I do?
You can get real with your dermatologist so they can help you get clear. Make an appointment and, you're already on it.
Hi, yes, I'd like to make an appointment.
Get real clear about psoriasis at letsgetrealclear.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing
experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quickly connected to trained counselors who will listen to your concerns, provide support, and connect you to additional resources if needed. There is hope. The Lifeline works. You are not alone. For 24/7 support, just call, text, or chat 988.
With RT Painting, our name says it all. We are a reliable and trusted commercial and residential painting company serving the Sacramento area since 1998. Employee-owned, our attention to detail is second to none. Put our decades of experience serving our community to use for you. Get a free quote today. Call us at 916-900-8112. That's 916-900-8112. Or go online to rtpainting.com. That's rtpainting.com. RT Painting, your trusted and reliable painting contractor of choice.
Who has the largest selection of golf merchandise in Northern California? The Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. It's the go-to store for golf bags, apparel, equipment, lessons, club fittings, novelty items, and more. With their low price guarantee, complimentary gift boxes, and gift cards for your golfer, it's the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Add convenient online shopping and effortless after-Christmas return policy, and you'll see why the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop is the #1 choice for golfers everywhere. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway or online at hagenoaks.com.
Your flagship station for the Beam Team, Sactown Sports.
Sactown Sports 1140 rolling on. My guy High Flyer hanging out on the drive, guys. If I haven't said it before, man, let me say it again. I appreciate you getting the glove, Gary Payton, on our air. That was one of the best interviews since I've been here and since I've been in Sacramento, bro.
You know,
that's a
what,
legend.
Man, that's my dude, man. Me and Gary, we go back to the sandbox. His dad, bro, Mr. Payton, Al Payton, was very special to me. Al Payton was like my dad. You know, it was one of those things to where he took a bunch of little nappy-headed inner city kids, man, and he really cared about us. He nurtured us. The Payton household was the place to be, bro. If you played basketball, Gary's house was the place to be because Al Payton invited us all, you know, and it just wasn't about basketball, man. When he got me to play on his team as a young elementary school kid, he came to my house and he sat on the porch with my mom and said, I want your son to play with my son. He said, but I promise you that he will get his homework done. He will have his grades up to par, because if he don't, I won't be picking him up and he won't be playing for my team.
That's Gary Payton's dad.
That was his dad.
His dad.
He sat on my porch and told my grandmom that in order to get me to play. So, you know, it was the place to be. It was fun. We loved it. But, man, he cared about us as young men. You know, we were boys, but he nurtured us, dude, all the way until we were men. And he taught us, don't back down. Don't be scared. We have always been with a thumb down on us just because we're where we were from.
Right.
And when we all got together, he didn't care, man. I mean, he was like, you know, I can give you, for instance, he took us to Phoenix, AAU tournament. I think I had to be in the 8th grade that particular time because I think Gary was in the 6th grade.
Yeah.
I was just started dunking the basketball. Just started dunking it, right? And I'm hyped. I'm the only dude on the team dunking. So we go to Phoenix and we play that first game. We winning, but I didn't try to dunk the basketball 3 times in a row, and I missed all 3.
In a game?
In a game. Ooh. I missed all 3. We get a steal, like Gary does. That's what he do. Get a steal. He throw me the basketball. I go up, and I lay the ball up, and I score 2.
Wow.
His daddy called timeout.
You made the layup, though. You made the layup.
His daddy called timeout and brought us to the bench. He grabbed me around my collar. He said, son, who are you? He said, are you a dunker? Can you dunk the ball? And I say, yeah. He said, I don't care if you miss every last one. If that's what you do and that's who you are, you do it every single time.
Get out of here.
Man,
wow.
Bro, I loved that dude. He was just like my dad. Loved him. Loved him.
High flyer, Henry Turner. How'd you get the nickname anyway? I know, but who gave it to you?
Jim Cosamore.
Get out of here. Okay.
Jim Cosamore.
Okay, yeah.
When I was in the CBA.
Okay.
I had just got let go from Seattle. I was with the Sonics.
Yeah.
Got let go by Seattle, and I went to Rochester Flyers. He was in Wisconsin. So
La Crosse, Wisconsin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was with Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So we go up there to play, and he was interviewing me, and he was like, Hank. He was like, but you get off the ground, you a high flyer. And then when he started the interview, he was like, I'm here with Hank the high flyer from the Rochester Royals.
And then bam.
It stuck.
Dang.
It stuck. And then Danny Ainge took it to a whole nother level when I got to Sacramento. Okay. And then Danny was with us. And when I first met Danny, he was like, yo, Rook, what's your name? I said, my name is Henry. He said, Henry? He said, nah, we ain't calling you that. We're going to call you Hank. And I started laughing. I said, Jim calls me that. And he was like, Jim said, yeah, Hank the high flyer. And it stuck. From then on, it was Hank the high flyer.
Hank the high flyer.
Yep.
Man, that's good stuff right there. 916-339-1140. Kings lost last night to the Clippers. Let me ask you, from what you saw from the Clippers last night, they won 5 out of 7 right now.
Okay.
Are they figuring it out? Are they legit in the Western Conference?
They're finding something. And and it's funny that you asked that because like I had a chance to talk to Brian Shaw and I asked him straight out. I text B, we talk all the time. All of us are in this real tight net. Yeah. I still talk to B Shaw, I still talk to Gary, I still talk to Jason Kidd. We text all the time. So I asked B, I said, B, is it going to work? Bro, are you going to be able to make that work? And he was like, these guys are so talented. He said the only problem that we have is that each and every last one is going to have to put his ego to the side and put the team first. He said, as far as playing, they got it. Every last one of those guys can put a team on their back and carry a team by themselves. He said, man, we got 4 dudes that can do that. He said, when was the last time you seen a basketball team? Probably you have to go all the way back to the Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
To say each and every last one of those dudes can put a team on their back and carry them.
That's scary.
Yeah,
that's scary.
Yeah, but he said the ego. That's the biggest thing in the room right now is the ego. Each and every last one of those dudes is going to have to put that aside and put the betterment of the team first.
Because I could argue with you. I look at the early 2000s Lakers, after Kobe, Shaq, where then they added Karl Malone, Gary Payton.
Didn't work.
That didn't work. That was some names.
For one.
That was 4 Hall of Famers.
Yes. Number 1, Karl got hurt. I thought it was going to work until Karl got hurt. When Karl got hurt, it was over with. But still, it's that thing of you have to put the team first. You got all of these, Gary called them future Hall of Famers. Yeah, they are. But I'll tell you what, all of them is going to be first ballot.
Yes.
They're going right in. It's not going to be a question about it. And you got all of those guys on the exact same team. And they're pretty much in their prime. I don't look at any one of those players and say, well, he's over the hump. Even though Russell Westbrook, man, that's all you can do about Russ. You have to laugh.
You just gotta laugh.
But I'll tell you what, he's still one of the most explosive guards we have in the league.
Yes.
This dude, he might not always do the right thing. It's going to be some bonehead moves out there. He's going to throw the ball up in the 3rd row, but you will never have to question if he's going to give you 100%.
That effort's going to be there. The work ethic, the effort, all that's going to be there.
It's going to be there. I'd much rather have to tone a guy down than to have to go to him and rev him up.
Yep, 100%. All right, we got much more with Hank the High Flyer coming up in just a little bit. Should we give the Kings a pass for last night? It's your chance to weigh in as you drive home right now. You're listening to The Drive Guys here on Sactown Sports 1140.
The showdown is almost here. This Sunday, the San Francisco 49ers have their shot at revenge as they head to Philadelphia to face Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Play action, deep drop, pressured right away by Young and sacked by Eric Armstead. But it was Chase Young that got him off the spot. Get in my belly.
The Niners have waited for this game all year, and it's finally here. Sunday at 1 on your home of the 49ers, Sactown Sports.
The Rolling Stones, live. Stones Tour 24, Hackney Diamonds. Sponsored by AARP. July 17th, Levi Stadium. The Rolling Stones, the greatest rock and roll band in the world. Tickets on sale Friday, December 1st at 10 a.m. at rollingstones.com. Your chance to see the Stones.
Yep, that trailer hitch and folding bed cover from TruckSmart makes road trips a breeze.
Right? I'm so much more organized on the job site since TruckSmart installed my truck rack and toolbox.
And they had it all in stock, so I just waited as they installed everything.
Take a look at this sweet Rhino truck lining. They sprayed it on.
Yeah, you win. That is sweet.
Truck Smart, truck and SUV accessories for on the road and the job site. Stop by one of our 2 locations in Rockland or Auburn. Trucksmart.com. Your truck's gonna love them.
This is the moment you've been waiting for. Hanley's Kia in Davis is bringing you an unbeatable deal on all 2024 Kia models. Drive home in style without breaking the bank. Introducing Hanley's Kia incredible leasing option for just $199 a month. Picture yourself behind the wheel of a brand new 2024 Kia, loaded with the latest features and cutting-edge technology. Whether it's the sleek Niro Hybrid with 54 mpg, an EV6 with up to 310 miles, the versatile Sportage, or the family-friendly Telluride, at Hanley's Kia, you can also reserve your luxurious full-size EV9 with 3 rows that has the comfort of a stylish interior and the peace of mind that comes with driving a brand you can trust. Head over to Hanley's Kia today, located in Davis.
New 2024 Kia Niro Hybrid EX for $199 per month for 36 months after $7,999 customer cash due at signing plus $300 military customer rebate. 10,000 miles per year and 20 cents per mile after 30,000 miles based on sale price $30,545 and payment excludes taxes and DMV fees and any dealer fees. Vehicle ID number R5136138.
Prestigio Jewelers Black November sale is on all month long. Get amazing doorbuster deals while supplies last. 1 carat diamond earrings only $449. Wedding sets starting at only $899. 70% off gold chains and much more. Get quick and easy credit approval and low monthly payments at Prestigio Jewelers. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy, you're approved. Prestigio Jewelers guarantees your credit up to $10,000. Shop designer brands such as Cartier, Gucci, Bulova, and Citizen. Visit us today or online at prestigiojewelers.com. See store for details.
The 49ers Report, brought to you by EB Stone. EB Stone, for the life of your garden. The 49ers feasted on Seattle for Thanksgiving, dominating their bitter rivals on the road, 31-13. Running back Christian McCaffrey led the way with 139 scrimmage yards and 2 touchdowns on 24 touches. San Francisco is now 8-3 on the season. The Red and Gold have an extra 3 days rest before heading to Philadelphia for a pivotal NFC rematch with the league leaders Sunday afternoon.
Celebrating over a century as a family-owned business, EB Stone has gathered in valuable insights into nurturing plant growth. Venture into indoor planting with EB Stone's Edna's Best indoor and outdoor potting soil. Watch your little plants flourish into ideal indoor companions for the whole family to relish during the holidays. EB Stone's indoor and outdoor potting soil is a meticulously crafted blend of essential ingredients. Your plants will thrive both indoors and outdoors. Trust EB Stone for the entire lifespan of your garden. Explore more gardening tips, products, and find nearby locations at ebstone.org. Wishing you a season filled with joy and flourishing greenery.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios, KHTKAM Sacramento, KYMX HD2 Sacramento, the only station in Sacramento giving you local sports coverage from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Sactown Sports.
An amazing show.
Nice.
We got into it, started off the day with whether or not we should give the Sacramento Kings a pass. We disagree on that. We'll dive back into that in a minute. We had Gary Payton, a Hall of Famer, on the show as well. O-Town's finest.
Yes.
Man, I don't know how we top that. Like, see, I'm still like, we had Gary Payton on this show.
And you know what?
Think about that.
Hey, I always talk about, our days playing and everything. And then, it was funny because we all went to the league. Everybody that named on that team, we all went to the league. And, and we all helped each other get there. And the crazy thing about it, when Gary got there and he was doing the stuff with Sean Kemp, and everybody was like, man, this dude's amazing, man. How does he do all of that? I'm like, bro, I was his Sean Kemp for like 5 years.
Really? He was tossing it up to you like that, huh?
Dude, he would just throw it up to the rim, and I was catching it. Me and Antonio Davis, wherever you put it, we caught it. And we had him. We had Brian Shaw. B ran the team. He was our leader. And then we had the little baby boy, Jason Kidd. J-Kidd. Man, I remember we was playing in Kezar in Frisco, Summer League, and we're playing against the Warriors. They got Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, Chris Mullen, Rod Higgins.
What?
Yeah, Vince Askew.
Yeah.
And we killing them. We on the fast break. I say, J-Kidd, throw it off the backboard. Man, J-Kidd come down because Jay was fast, bro. Jay was that size in high school. He was a man among boys. Man, Jay must have broke them boys down, man, got in the middle and threw that thing off the backboard, and I came out there like, and grabbed it, boom! Man, cats jumped up, man. They started running around the arena. Oh, no. I mean, that was the excitement, man. We brought from Oakland basketball, man. It's a lot of good guys. Dame is holding it down for us right now. But I'm telling you, East Oakland basketball back then was at its epitome.
That was it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, I'm looking at the YouTube chat, people weighing in on all of our conversations today. Our big one, should we give Sacramento a pass? You can still holler at us, 916-339-1140. James X says, yo, Hank, is there someone on this current Kings roster that can be the enforcer, or do they need to go out there and get one?
Being an enforcer, KD, is just like being a number one guy. It's either in you or it's not. You can't make an enforcer. You know what I mean? You can't make a guy be an alpha. It's either you got it in your DNA or you don't. And it takes a lot of qualifications too. You can't have a main enforcer that don't play major minutes. Your main enforcer got to be out there on the floor.
Got to be on the floor.
Yeah. He's got to be well respected by everybody on that basketball team. So it takes a special person. That's why basketball teams be looking for that guy. It's a special person to have as your enforcer on your team. So, right now, as far as being that muscle out there on the floor, I don't think the Kings particularly have that guy. As far as being the verbal guy, the verbal leader, De'Aaron is getting there more and more. De'Aaron is definitely getting there more and more, but he isn't the I'm going to bring the muscle, I'm going to lay some wood type guy.
Right. He's not that dude.
No.
Yeah, he's not that guy. And there's fewer and fewer of those in the league now as you go on.
They highly coveted, bro. The Clippers went out and got PJ Tucker.
Right.
And did they need PJ Tucker? No.
Heck no.
But the reason they got him, they don't want nobody else to have him. Because can you imagine if Phoenix would have grabbed PJ Tucker with that crew? Now all KD got to do is, PJ, come get him off me. Come get him off me.
Here on Sactown Sports 1140. You brought in De'Aaron Fox, and we're going to talk about him coming up in a minute. But first, Ben has been on the hold here on the line for a minute talking Niners, Eagles. Ben, what's up? You're on with Drapes and the High Flyer. What's up, man?
Oh, it's not even that deep. It's not even that deep. I trust you. But listen here, Drapes. If you're such a fan, how do you not know about Limelight, brother? Why do I got to not tell you about Limelight on Alhambra and J? That's your Eagle spot.
Hey, how about this, Ben? I'm going to be there this Sunday with all my people. But usually I'm laying low. I'm laying in the cut. I'm by myself. You got to realize, man, I'm a local celebrity. I can't be out there like that. But this week, it's a special week. I'm going to be out there with my people because I need to celebrate. I need to celebrate when we spank the Niners.
You, that's the spot. If you want to go there, I will gladly meet you outside afterwards after we whip you. And if you need any other Eagles, man, you got a plug right there in the building, man. It's Cody from KNCI.
Oh, he an Eagles guy too? Oh, she an Eagles guy too?
Dude, she's all about Eagles.
She okay?
Oh, dude. That's your Eagles plug right there. Cody is 100% Eagles. So you go to her if you need anything from her for Eagles stuff. But I will gladly see you outside of Limelight after you lose.
You know what's going to happen? The Eagles going to win, and then all these Eagles fans going to come out, right? Y'all going to be like, man, we ain't know there was that many Eagles fans here in Sacramento. Yeah. We out there. We just waiting. We've been waiting all season long for this week. We ain't been talking trash. We ain't been doing no bang, bang Niner game. We've been chilling, letting our team do all the talking. Bang, bang Niner. But come this Monday, we going to be doing the talking.
All right, hey brother, I will see. I will see you on Sunday. That's fine. Hey, the only reason I told you that, and I think that whoever's running the board right now already gave you the leak on that, but you should have already known that was the place. But the only reason I told you that was because I love you so much, man. When you and Katie come on for the Kings, man, it makes my day. So that's a little insider secret right there.
Appreciate you, my man. Appreciate you. And fly Eagles fly, baby. Fly Eagles fly. Hey, back here with the High Flyer. High Flyer, we started talking about De'Aaron Fox, and I want to shift the conversation to him because I brought this up last night on the postgame show. The dude dropped 40 points. Second game this season, he's dropped 40. And I said, when it's all said and done, and maybe not even when it's all said and done, he's going to be the greatest Sacramento King ever. What needs to happen for him to achieve that? Because I see that look on your face. You're like, hold up, Drapes. No. Let me run down the long list here.
It's a
but
long
I'm saying
list.
when it's all said and done, De'Aaron Fox might be that dude.
Yeah, but he's going to have to do a lot more than what he's done. You know, I love D Fox, man. I think he's just what the doctor ordered for the Sacramento Kings. But I'm a historian. You have to go back when you talk about the greatest Sacramento King ever. All right. And in my eyes, it's a two-man race. My eyes. It's a two-man race. Mitch Richmond and Chris Webber. Now, Chris Webber, when he came here, he started and ended the greatest thing that Sacramento has ever seen as far as basketball. It started with Chris Webber and it left with Chris Webber. Yes. You know, Mitch Richmond held it down. Mitch Richmond was going to the All-Star game every year. He was the work he put in here in Sacramento, All-Star MVP, gold medal winner, all these things. Write it down. You said, what De'Aaron Fox got to do? All of those things. Gold medal winner, all right? And he has a championship ring, but he doesn't have it with the Kings. But he's done all these things in a Sacramento Kings uniform. That's just Mitch. Now, when you roll Chris Webber's name out there, multiple Western Conference championship teams, all right? Went to the playoffs how many times?
Every year he was here.
Every year he was here, went to the playoffs. Woulda, shoulda, coulda. We always, that just bites you. Shoulda had a championship ring. But back then, Chris Webber gave our fans the arrogance to say, nah, I'm not going to buy first round playoff tickets. I think I'm going to wait until the second round or, Western Conference
It was
Finals.
like that? It was like that?
Our fans had that arrogance. I will give them that. They did. They did because the team was just that good, right? So that's what Webb did that for this team. And then, you got some of the complimentary players. Mike Bibby did a lot. Peja did a lot. Bobby Jackson is probably one of the most beloved Sacramento Kings that ever stepped on the floor. Did a lot for this team. Was sixth man of the year. So De'Aaron is going in that direction. But he's going to have to do a lot more to say he's the best thing that has happened to the Sacramento Kings. Because, see, I don't even bring Archibald up in that.
We're talking just Sacramento, right?
I don't even bring Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
I'm just talking Sacramento.
I think when you look at De'Aaron, and to me, if we had this conversation 2 years ago, I'd be like, no way.
Right.
He put up numbers, but they didn't win anything.
Right.
They were historically bad. But this De'Aaron Fox we've seen the last year plus, all NBA. We're talking about multiple All-Stars he's going to be.
Yeah, that was it.
You know?
He's got to do more.
Right.
But he's headed in the right direction, no doubt. He's definitely headed in the right direction. I will give him that. But I'll tell you what, De'Aaron Fox, and I told him this. I told him this when we was in Golden State. Whatever happened to him in the bubble, when he went to Florida, that's when the light switch came on. And I asked him, I said, D Fox, what happened to you, bro, when you went into the bubble? I said, you became a whole different dude. And we was talking, he was like, H, that's kind of like when the game first started to slow down for me. You know, every basketball player would tell you that when the game slows down, that's when you're at your best. Because you have to be, that's when you start playing the game within the game. All right. You're just not playing the game, you're thinking the game. You know, Gary talked about how nice Larry Bird was. What made that dude so nice is that he thought the game out. He wasn't the fastest dude. He didn't jump the highest. He wasn't the strongest cat. But his basketball IQ.
Right.
That basketball IQ would kill you every time. And see, and I think that's what the bubble did for De'Aaron. The game slowed down. Even though he's the fastest dude in the league, that's your number one attribute. But when the game slows down in your mind.
Come on. Yes.
And you still the fastest dude? Because he says it himself. He said, man, I can get to wherever I want. You can set it up to where you can get to wherever you want. De'Aaron Fox knows that little free throw line jumper that he throws up all the time.
He can get that anytime.
Have you noticed he goes left, he goes in and out like he's going right, comes back to the left and pulls up?
Yeah.
He gets downhill, spins and pump fakes and comes back up. He knows exactly where he is. The game just slowed down for him, baby. So whatever happened in the bubble, it started then. And then it started getting better and better and better.
And I maintain, once a player knows he can get wherever he wants, has that confidence, knows he's the dude on the floor, it's a wrap.
Confidence.
It's a wrap.
Confidence is everything in the NBA when you're playing basketball. I don't care how raggedy your shot looks. It might be crazy. It might be quirky. But if you got the confidence that it's going, look at Tyrese Halliburton jump shot. He yanks it.
Yep.
But he's got the confidence.
He got the confidence.
And that sucker drops, don't it?
Yep.
I mean, think about it. Michael Adams back in the day. Low point guard.
Shot.
He shot the ball with one hand. He never put his left hand on the ball. But almost won the three-point contest because he had that confidence he can knock it down. So that's where De'Aaron is at, man. I mean, he knows exactly where he can get on the floor. And he's got that confidence of, you know what? My speed, my quickness, my start and stop game is so legendary, you can't stay with me.
You're preaching to the gospel right there. You're preaching the gospel right now, man.
This is what I see out of this young man. You know, and like I've seen, I mean, I might be, you know, a couple of rare people who have seen every last game this dude has played as a pro. I've been on the broadcast much longer than he's been in here as a Sacramento King. So I've seen every game that he's played, and I've watched the maturation of De'Aaron Fox. So that's how I can say, man, what the hell happened to you in the bubble, bro? I mean, what type of water they serving y'all down there in Florida? We need to go bottle some up. I'm about to make me some money, KD.
Good stuff, High Flyer. More with the High Flyer coming up next, 916-339-1140. I didn't took a break. I let you talk that whole segment. Now it's time to enter back into the arena. While I'm giving the Sacramento Kings a pass, that's coming up next here on Sactown Sports 1140.
Two of the best the NFL and NFC has to offer meet Sunday in Philadelphia.
Purdy out of the shotgun, looks left, throws end zone. Caught! George Kittle in the back of the end zone.
It's the Philadelphia Eagles, owners of the top spot in the NFC, versus the San Francisco 49ers, who have had this game circled on their calendar for months. Join Greg Papa and Tim Ryan for all the exciting action Sunday at 1 on your home for 49ers football, Sactown Sports.
Red Hawk Resort Casino is an entertainment experience like no other. We're the only place where you can play blackjack, then hop on an indoor car track. We're the only place with more than 2,000 of the hottest slots and a state-of-the-art 18-lane bowling center. And now with a world-class sports bar and a resort hotel to stay after you play. Is it any wonder we've been voted best over 100 times? We're Red Hawk Resort Casino, official casino partner of the Sacramento Kings.
Get year-end pricing during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop for great pricing on our entire selection of new CRVs, HRVs, Ridgeline Civics, and Accords. Plus, with low finance and lease options, now's the time to buy. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Folsom Lake Honda, or go to folsomlakehonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Drapes and Hank, people sending out some love to the High Flyer there on the YouTube chat. It's been amazing so far. Had the High Flyer all week long as Whitey's over there in Japan having some family time. Hit us up, 916-339-1140. Sacramento Kings coming off that loss last night to the Clippers. And listen up, Kings fans. We've gone back and forth on this all day. I went into that game last night saying, you know what? I'm going to give the Kings a pass if they lose this game. They emptied the tank against the Golden State Warriors. The Kings were driving down the freeway. Tank on E. The light is on. And they just made it to the gas station. But they didn't have a chance to refuel, High Flyer. And you're going against the Clippers team, well-rested, 4 Hall of Famers. They just got embarrassed Sunday at home against the Nuggets. What we saw last night was the best version of the Clippers we've seen all season long. And so some Kings fans got the nerve to get all angry and upset with the way yesterday played out. I told you before the game we should give this team a pass, High Flyer. I predicted it. I told you it was going to. Dude, it was obvious they wouldn't have anything left in the tank. Now, you could say, oh, if they want to be a championship team, they should have it in the tank. Oh, if they want to be legitimate, they should. They're professionals. It's only a back-to-back. We know that. That sounds all good. But the reality, High Flyer, is the reality. They emptied the tank Tuesday against Golden State. And it's not like just going to the gas station. I drive an electric car, High Flyer. When you charge the Tesla, it don't charge in 2 minutes. To get a full charge, it take like an hour and 10 minutes. So you can't ask the Sacramento Kings to come back the next night fully charged, ready to go against the Clippers team that was chilling in the Sawyer Hotel, resting. They were fired up because they got embarrassed by Denver. And so it's understandable and almost predictable what happened last night.
Okay. All right. I like what you said about the Tesla. That was cute.
That's, hey, man.
But I tell you what, I'm in the NBA. I'm in the NBA. I make $200 million. I got the new improved Audi. I make enough money to where I got a charger at my house that charged my car in 15 minutes. It don't take an hour. Because I got the best of the best at my disposal.
So what you saying?
What I'm saying is half of these dudes aren't even past 25 years old. When I was 25 years old, I can run up and down the floor. You heard what Gary said. We played 4 games in 5 nights. This is what you do. This is why you get paid $200 million. Your body is built and prepared. You have prepared your body all summer to make this grind. Everybody knows it's 82 all the way through. You have to prepare yourself. If you're going to be,
Dude, those are just words right now. Here's the problem. You act like these dudes aren't human. You go out there and run a marathon. And then I tell you, you know what? The next day, you got to run another marathon, but you got to beat the dude that's just been rushing and didn't run the marathon. That's what happened last night, High Flyer.
I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying they can't lose a game. I told you, I was fine with them losing the game. I'm not fine with these guys. And I'm like this. Let me change my verbiage here because, see, you're not understanding what you do. You really comprehend. You know what I'm saying.
I'm totally understanding.
At the end of the day, I'm saying you have to hold these guys accountable if you want to be great. See, that's what a lot of people don't get because you know what? A lot of people are stuck at good, and good is good enough for them. But good isn't good enough to get a championship. You have to be great. So that means you have to do extra things that a good team don't want to do. It's not easy. It's not pretty. It's going to be ugly. The road's going to be hard. Some nights you're going to be tired. You heard Gary Payton. He's been to the promised land. He's got a championship ring. It's not easy, KD. You're going to have to be able to get better. And Coach Brown, like I said, I'm buying. I already gave you my money. I gave him a blank check, bro. Whatever you sell, I'm buying. All right. He has to hold these guys accountable because if a championship is what you want, this is what you have to do.
I don't know about you, but I want that same smoke, that same heat from Kings fans Game 7 when they lost to Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
No doubt.
I don't want, it was a great season.
No.
48 wins. We made the playoffs. That was nice and everything. No. Game 7 at home, you're supposed to win. But I didn't hear that energy from Kings fans. Now, all of a sudden, we got this fake outrage on the radio, on social media. Fans, all of a sudden, they're outraged about a back-to-back loss to the Clippers. I didn't hear that outrage in Game 7.
No. KD, I had that outrage in Game 4 because I thought they gave it away. That second game in Chase Center, bro, I almost dropped. If it was an off-ramp off the Bay Area Bridge, I'd have took it. Because I felt like that was their championship right there, that Game 4. If they would have got that Game 4, they up 3-1. It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Jay, we got some calls here, man. We got some good ones here. Hit us up, 916-339-1140, 916-339-1140. Let's get the Ken on line, too. Ken, I say we should give the Kings a pass. And if you don't want to give them a pass, don't give them a pass for Game 7, losing at home either. Come with that same smoke. What say you, Ken?
Well, I think the reality is that the Kings are a young team, and there's levels to this. They played a very emotional, passionate game against Golden State, and it's very hard for a young team to come back with the energy the next night. That's where being a professional comes in, because you understand that your emotional output can't be so high one night that it's drained for the next night. But that's going to come with a young team. Pat Riley, when he was coaching the Lakers, used to say there are checkpoint games during the season. Golden State was a checkpoint game. The Clippers wasn't. So the Kings wasn't going to come with the same passion, and I knew that the same way you knew that. So as far as being a championship team, this is part of what they have to learn, that night after night, even on back-to-backs, you got to come with it. But for a young team to come through as passionately and as emotional as that game was, because remember, it wasn't just beating Golden State, it was getting over the Golden State hurdle. It was getting past the little bro, big bro. They were starting to get into the mind. So to get past that, the Clippers knew that. The other things I just want to point out is one last thing. The Clippers went 11 for 17 to start that game. Last year, in the epic 176-175, the Clippers shot the same way. The only difference was the Kings matched it. They didn't have the energy to match it last night. It resulted in the playoff, in the blowoff. I believe that the Kings are going to be fine. They just have to regulate their emotions and learn to play more consistently, even though they're a young team searching to get to the next level. Thanks.
Appreciate that call, Ken. Great call. What do you make of his point that It's just part of the learning process.
No doubt.
It's like
No doubt.
this is a thing that they have to learn.
Yes.
If you want to be that team, you got to.
But in order for you to learn,
in
order for you to learn, KD, I have to hold you accountable. If I just walk by and pat you on the back, oh man, that's, you know what? It's all right. It's all right. I'm gonna give you a pass. That don't take you not one step closer to changing it so you can become great. You have to hold them accountable. I'm not saying chop off their head, KD. No way, no how. No way, no how. And it happened. But I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to make you feel bad and whatever else I got to do because I don't want you to go through this again. I want you to be better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. We agree to disagree because here's the thing, and I'm going to get to a break because I can't ever just let you slide and have the last word. I just can't do that. That's not how I roll, high flyer. Here's the thing. You may hold them accountable, but when you lay your head down at night, you know what? They gave it their best shot. It was an off night. It happens in the NBA. We'll be fine. That's all I'm saying. We'll be fine. That's all I'm saying. I'm not this fake. I'm more upset with the fake outrage by people. Come on now. If we want to be a championship team, we can't have this happen. Come on, man.
You know
it's
what?
One of 82 high flyer.
Hey, KD, you big around here, right? You're the man sitting next to the man who know the man. Somebody get Mike Brown on the phone. Let's ask the man.
We may have to get Mike Brown tomorrow.
Grab Mike Brown.
We may have to get Mike Brown tomorrow.
Because I'm going to tell you, Mike Brown is going to be, I'm holding each and every last one of y'all accountable because we have to get better. Don't care that your feelings hurt. This is big boy ball. You have to get better, and I'm going to hold you accountable. I guarantee you he'll stand on it. Drop Mike.
More with High Flyer coming up in just a minute. Sactown Sports 1140. You're listening to The Drive, guys.
The Sacramento Kings conquered the Thunder, the Spurs, the T-Wolves, and Warriors for an undefeated run through Group C of the in-season tournament.
Tough ball away, back shot is good. The lead bump somehow banks it home. 7.4 seconds to go.
Now it's the knockout stage in a matchup with the New Orleans Pelicans.
Losers out. Winners off to Las Vegas.
Join us for Kings and Pelicans, Monday at 7 on Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
Guys, did you know your testosterone affects everything in your system, including how you feel and perform every day? Right now, Revive Men's Health Sacramento will check your testosterone for free. Knowing your T levels is the first step in understanding if you have low T. Your testosterone level impacts your energy, libido, sleep, weight, hair loss, mood, and even ED. Maintaining an appropriate T level can change your whole life. Most men start to see changes in their hormone levels in their 30s. Experience and results matter. So what are you waiting for? Get your T levels checked today by local, experienced, and trusted men's health experts. They've helped thousands of men since 2011. They're so confident they can help you, they even guarantee it. Call Revive today and schedule your free testosterone test, free exam, and free consultation. Call Revive Men's Health at 916-277-8599. That's 916-277-8599. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com.
At Elk Grove Honda, we make sure every certified pre-owned Honda is one we'd buy from ourselves. At Elk Grove Honda, in addition to our lower prices, we include many benefits that a private seller just can't match. Our Honda-trained technicians only certify our Hondas if they pass a thorough 182-point inspection, and our certified pre-owned Hondas are under 5 years old, so you know you're getting the newest Hondas in prime condition. See our exceptional selection of lower-priced certified pre-owned Hondas in the Elk Grove Auto Mall or online at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
At Ashton & Price, we get injury victims to yes. Experience, yes. Ashton & Price has been around for over 25 years. No more insurance companies? Yes. Our clients focus on getting better, and we handle all the rest. Results? Yes. We've collected over $100 million for injury victims. No fee until we win? Yes. Our clients pay nothing until we win. Ashton & Price, the best at getting to yes. Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor.
Sacramento's official home for the San Francisco 49ers.
Sactown Sports.
Jay Johnson coming with the heat tonight here on Sactown Sports. 1140 Drapes in the high flyer here. It's the drive, guys. Half hour left. Most of the conversation has been about the Sacramento Kings and last night's game, not last night's loss against the Clippers. TCG says, high flyer, just mic drop Drapes. James says, watch Drapes gets Mike Brown on the phone on the next segment. No, we going to try to get him for tomorrow. You know that. We trying to get Coach for tomorrow. Definitely hit him up and try to get him. And he can settle all of this. That's the one guy.
Thank you.
Not you.
Hey,
not GP.
I mean, you wouldn't even take De'Aaron's word for it. So Mike Brown is the only guy that will set this straight.
Yes, and we're going to try to get him tomorrow. If not, we'll get somebody else on that coaching staff tomorrow and ask that very question. Should we give the Kings a pass for last night? Should we – I don't want to say accept it, but it's understandable. That's what I'm feeling. You know, and so we'll get into that 916-339-1140. Keeping an eye also on that football game, Thursday night football going on right now. The Seattle Seahawks, if I'm correct, they are leading the Cowboys. That's a big-time game. Oh, no, hold on. I got 7-3 here, Jay. Yeah, they just scored. Yeah. DK Metcalf just had a touchdown here. Jay's in my ear like, no, Cowboys on top. Who we rooting for in that game?
Well, his internet's slow.
Yeah, I know. He got that dial up back there.
Right.
He got that, what was that chat rooms used to? Yahoo, AOL.
He got dial up.
Man, don't get me started on AOL. I was the AOL king back in the day. Those chat rooms? Come on, man. Shoot, me and no, I don't even remember. I do remember my MySpace name, though. MySpace, Black Planet, too. Come on, man. Those were the days, man. So right now, Seahawks leading Cowboys 7-3. If you're a Niners fan, who you rooting for in this one? I would say Seahawks. Referees, right? I would say Seahawks because you got a little cushion against them.
You can't.
You know what I mean?
If you're a Niner fan, you can't ever
But can you root for the Cowboys?
That was you can't root.
Oh, okay.
You can't ever root for the Cowboys, man.
Right. That's the best. A tie. Right now is 7-3. Geno Smith and company with the lead over the Dallas Cowboys. Back to our discussion about the Sacramento Kings and giving them a pass or not. You know, they got 15 back-to-backs, high flyer.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just their second one that they had. GP said it, Gary Payton. They're a young team. So that's partially why I'm giving them a pass also. And let's keep it real, because that's what we do on this show, Kings fans. We're talking about, are they a championship contender? Are they a championship contender yet, high flyer?
No.
Okay, then.
No.
So that's why I give them a pass.
Okay.
Because you know what? It takes time. This is something they learn and develop. Now, if this was the Denver Nuggets and they smoked it, or if this was the Celtics that hadn't won it and they smoked it, okay, I can see why you might be upset. But this is the Kings. They're developing, they're learning, they're growing as we speak.
Exactly. Listen to what you're saying, KD. They're learning, they're growing. But if I don't tell you the right answer and the right way to do it, you're never going to learn how to do it. That's why I say you have to hold them accountable. I'm going to keep saying accountable because that's the exact word Mike Brown uses. We listen to him before every game. And he says he has to hold the guys accountable to a higher standard because they want to move from good to great. And that's a big step. But the step is hard. It's not easy.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Most of the people are agreeing with you, too. That's what's bothering me here. No offense, high flyer. It's the drive guys with Kevin Gleason and Kyle Draper. And my people ain't even agreeing with me on this.
I'm going to say, can I get the back seat? Matter of fact, I'm not going to even drive by GPS, dog. I'm just going to hold them out.
You know what this is? I'm having a dinner party. I'm having a cookout. I done cooked the ribs.
Right.
I done cooked the burgers. You bring the potato salad, and that's all anybody talking about. High Flyers potato salad. No, we in my crib. I cooked the ribs. I cooked the burgers.
Bro.
I invited y'all here.
Bro.
But everybody backing you up right now.
Okay, let's do it like this. We talked about this the other day. It was hilarious. You having Thanksgiving dinner, right? Or let's say Jay having Thanksgiving dinner, right? You and I, we bring our piece. We see the whole spread. Turkey, ham, mac and cheese, everything else. What's the first question that's going to come out your mouth?
Who cooked it? Who made it?
Who made the mac
and cheese?
No, who made the potato salad?
Potato salad.
That's it. That's why. Because whoever made the potato salad is a savage. You go down in history. You know what? All of that was cool, but man, this potato salad was banging.
Nick Town on the YouTube chat says, I'm concerned Kings will have another blowout game versus Nuggets this Saturday. If coach keeps doing the same, need to hold both coach and players accountable. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
Because Denver, we know, that's where we're trying to get to.
Exactly.
We're trying to get to that level.
They're the champs.
What kind of outing do we need to see from the Kings on Saturday?
You know what? If the Kings lose Saturday, I'm not going to jump off the fence. You're playing the champs. You are playing the champs. But if the Kings play them and it's a very competitive game, because see, they need to get dominant on their home floor. If you go to Denver and get blown out, oh well, so be it. We know what it is in Denver. We already know what it is. The altitude for one, the champs for two. That's 2 strikes. So be it. But you're on your home floor. Mike Brown is trying to set a presence that he wants this team to be dominant at G1C. In order for you to take that next step, in order for you to get that 50 plus that y'all talking about, you have to be dominant at G1C. So if they go out and play the game Sunday and you lose.
Saturday,
and they lose. Let's say they lose 5, 6, 7. It's a competitive game all the way through. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
You're okay with that?
You don't go down 20. You don't go down 24. You don't try to have to make a Herculean effort in the third and the fourth quarter. You play them, and it's a competitive game all the way through. You just come up short. Okay, you gave it all out there. You played the champs. You're not a championship team yet, but you just took the champs. That's why I was so impressed at that 7-game series when the Kings took the Dynasty 4 championship. They got 4 rings. Took those dudes
and
to
went
7.
down there and won game 6.
And like I said, and when they should have won game 4 and they didn't, it was like a stab in my heart. Because I'm like, y'all had it. It was over. Y'all knocked them dudes off. You talking about knocking off Golden State? You talking about getting over that big brother, little brother thing? If they would have won game 4, we wouldn't be talking about that. We wouldn't
be talking about. Let me ask you if the Nuggets are going to be on a back-to-back.
Okay.
At Phoenix on Friday,
right?
At Sacramento on Saturday. Does that change your thinking at all in terms of getting the win or not?
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Now, how well do you know Mike Malone?
Not as well as you do.
I know Mike Malone very well. And
he's not going to make any excuses.
I can guarantee you this, and I don't guarantee too much. I can guarantee you this because I know the dude. They got to play Phoenix, right?
Yep.
No matter what happens in Phoenix, I bet you he's not going to look at his team, his championship team, and say, okay, if you guys go to Sacramento and lay an egg on the back-to-back, I understand because back-to-backs are hard. No way in hell.
First of all, High Flyer, ain't nobody said that. No coach in this world would put it like you did.
I'm going to give you, okay, I'll change words. I'm going to give y'all a pass. Last time I got a pass, I think I was in 10th grade, dog. I had to go to the bathroom.
But here's the thing, and hopefully we get Mike Brown to come on tomorrow. Yeah. Hopefully we get Mike Brown to come on. No coach will say I give my guys a pass publicly, but privately, when they brushing their teeth at night before bed,
he'll say,
you know what?
He'll
I see it happen. I get it.
He'll say it to himself in the mirror. But if you're trying to lead a bunch of young guys, trying to get them to do something that they haven't done in their careers, you can't pat them on the back and say, oh, son, it's okay. That's all right. No, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm not going to crucify you, but I'm going to hold you accountable. You know what? De'Aaron Fox. Let's go back to this.
Yeah.
De'Aaron Fox against the Golden State Warriors missed a ton of free throws.
Yep.
He was the type of player to where he held himself accountable. Came in and talked to us on the chat and was like, I got to make my free throws.
Yeah.
The first thing that came out of his mouth was, I have to make my free throws. I'm pretty sure Coach Brown held him accountable, right? But he held his own self accountable. So how are you going to get better? Can you imagine he would have came in there and say, yo, you know what, fellas? I only shot 60% from the free throw line. I know I missed 9 free throws, but I'm going to give myself a pass.
Don't do that, high fire. Dude, you are twisting what I'm saying. I'm not saying the coach is giving him a pass.
No.
I'm not saying the players. I'm saying Kyle Rashid Drapes is giving him a pass.
I like that.
Because I know what happens right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's still time to change it.
Sure.
There's still time to learn and grow. So I'm not going to get all in arms and screaming and hollering. Oh, my God. How come, come on, man.
All I said, hold them accountable. I said, don't crucify them. Hold them accountable. You're saying halfway what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I'm not coming all the way to your side. I can't give you that.
That's fine. I like my side, the sandbox. We're both saying, though, they have to get better. They have to learn.
Right.
In order for that to happen, they have to be held accountable. That's all I'm saying.
Beamer, Benz, or Beamley, a pass is okay, is what he says here on the YouTube chat, Sactown Sports 1140. Final block here at the Drive, guys, with Drapes and High Five.
Who's that?
That's my guy, man.
What's his call name?
Beamer, Benz, or Beam. No, I wish it was Beamer, Benz, or Bentley. It's Beamer, Beams, or Beamley.
Oh,
the beam.
I thought he said Beamer, Benz, and Bentley. I'm like, this dude looking at my garage.
Oh, you flexing right now. You flexing.
This dude looking at my garage.
More with High Flyer here on Sactown Sports 1140.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Bonnie.
I'm Mark Finan in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. Skies will stay partly cloudy in the area tonight. We'll see some overnight clearing, and that will send overnight lows down into the upper 30s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy day with highs in the low 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Imagine taking a nice warm bath in your shower. Let us fix that. Right now, get that clogged drain unclogged for just $97. Bonnie, plumbing, sewer, electrical, heating, and air. Bonnie.com. Some restrictions apply. License 696-355.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same, but at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No, Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
Prestigio Jewelers Black November sale is on all month long. Get amazing doorbuster deals while supplies last. 1 carat diamond earrings only $449. Wedding sets starting at only $899. 70% off gold chains and much more. Get quick and easy credit approval and low monthly payments at Prestigio Jewelers. No credit, bad credit, even bankruptcy, you're approved. Prestigio Jewelers guarantees your credit up to $10,000. Shop designer brands such as Cartier, Gucci, Boulevard, and Citizen. Visit us today or online at prestigiojewelers.com. See store for details.
Fargo, the new virtual assistant from Wells Fargo, makes banking faster and easier. Like this.
Fargo, what's my checking account routing number?
And this.
Fargo, turn off my debit card.
And this.
Fargo, what did I spend on groceries last month?
And that's just the beginning. Do you, Fargo? You can in the Wells Fargo mobile app. Learn more at wellsfargo.com/getfargo.
Terms and conditions apply. Your mobile carrier's availability and message and data rates may apply. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A., member FDIC.
And Mike Brown, we efforted him for tomorrow, trying to get the coach. He might be driving right now, listening to us. Right? He might be listening right now here to the Drive Guys, High Flyer and Drapes here on Sactown Sports 1140. Final segment. It's been a great show. We had the Hall of Famer, Gary Payton, 2 Hall of Famers in 1 week, GP and Mitch Richmond, man. That's great stuff, dude.
Bro, 2 Hall of Famers, 2 gold medalists, multi all-stars. All-star MVP.
Champions.
Both of them.
Bro,
we had a nice little lineup.
Nice little run here, man. We're going to keep it going. We back here tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Full show today, 2 to 6, and full show tomorrow. Coming up as soon as we're done, UC Davis basketball. They're down in Corvallis, Oregon State. The Beavers, speaking of GP, Gary Payton, Oregon State alum. So that game will be aired right here on Sactown Sports 1140. Got a couple calls. Jay, let's run them through, man. Let's go to Robert on line 2. Robert, you're on with Drapes and High Flyer. What's up, man?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Good. What's happening?
I want to chime in on yesterday's game and then talk about Saturday real quick. I was fired up, man, on game day with Golden State. I called you guys. I expected the Kings to do what they did. I didn't like how we did it. A win's a win, but anytime Curry's got the ball last, I don't want any part of that. We got the win, and I expected us to lose the next night just based on, knowing sports and knowing the importance of the game prior to that to us and the fans. But I got to side with the High Flyer on this one. I know. I'll tell you why.
Let me hear it.
One, this is what they do. When the High Flyer played, that's what you do. That is what you do. And you are expected to come out every night and win. I don't care if we're the Kings. I don't care who we are, the old Kings. I'm playing to win. I'm not playing to get by until Saturday. And I think that, the only player that came out and played is Fox. And that kind of disappointed me. We're young. Not that young, but we're young, meaning we should have had more energy than those 4 old dudes on the floor. Do you agree with that?
I don't, you know what, Robert? I don't agree with that because I don't agree with that because when you look at everything the Kings did, how much they laid on the line, they're gassed, man. Come on. We got to understand that. Now, if this game was tonight and they laid an egg, no excuses. But they were gassed. And so that's why I give them a pass. We may agree to disagree on this, but we know all this outrage, and I'm not just saying you, High Flyer. I'm not going to put you in that category. But on Twitter, social media, some of these other radio shows I've listened to today, come on, man. It's 1 of 82. You can't go into the game against the Warriors saying it's just 1 of 82. They come out of a loss against the Clippers. Oh, my God, we got to be better. Ultimately, it's still 1 of 82, and it's still time to get better. That's what I'm saying, High Flyer. And so I'm not going to be too upset about last night. Like you said, hold them accountable. Yes, they have to be better. But this whole narrative, they're 0-2 on the second of back-to-backs. This is a trend. This is a problem. Calm down. We're only a fifth into the season. We still got, let me do the math, 65 games to go. And we talking about one game against the Clippers after they beat the Warriors the other night. Come on, High Fly.
You know, my thing is this, KD. You know, I know we're laying heavy on the Clipper game.
Yes.
But my thing is this. Even in the Golden State game, I was still upset. You cannot, on your home floor,
go down
that big in the first half. I don't care who you play. I don't care who's on the team. You know, we talked about a little earlier. I don't care if you're playing the 92 Dream Team. You cannot go down 24 on your home floor and expect to win. Now, they're trying to create a culture to where they're dominant at G1C. You're going to have to do that. That's not even a question. That's a solid. If you want 50 plus KD, you're going to have to be dominant at G1C. You're not going to go out on the road and get 50 plus. Okay? We agree.
Yes, we agree on that. Yes.
So with saying that, you cannot let guys come on your home floor and get you down those type of digits. Coming back from that, that's why that's why the Golden State game was so Herculean, because usually that don't happen, but they did. But they made it happen. So my thing was the very next night. Now I understand you gave a lot, but we're ball players. This is what we do. Like I said, I wasn't even upset that the end of
Matt a good caller?
The end of all beings is that they lost the game. I'm fine with that. I was upset that they went down 23 again in the first half.
Okay. And that can't happen Saturday though.
That can't.
Then we're talking 3 games in a row. Then we could talk about it being an issue.
If you're trying to make that elite jump, it can't happen on your home floor, KD. Because 9 out of 10 times, bro, 9 out of 10 times, you're not coming back from that.
Hey, let's get to our final 2 callers of the day. I'm going to start off with Matt, and then we're going to hit up John. Matt, you're on with Drapes and the High Flyer. What's happening, man? Matt, you there? Come on, Matt. Matt ain't there. Let's move on. John, you're on with Drapes and the High Flyer. What's happening, John?
Hey, I'm here, Drapes, and thank you. Thank you, Matt, for leaving me some opening. Hey, just first of all, I want to congratulate you guys on such a great week. Drapes, welcome to the show, the Drive Guys show. You're bringing a great energy, and High Flyer, man, you were incredible all week. It was really great. I've been listening to you guys all week. It's been amazing.
Yo, salute.
And in terms of like who I think is right, I'm even with you guys. I'm with you, Drapes. Like, let's give them a pass on the loss. But I'm with the High Flyer. Like this early blowing, getting huge leads behind on home. You have to defend your home turf better in the first part of the game. And maybe if they hadn't gotten so far behind against the Warriors and had to extend all that energy that night to come back and win that game, they would have had a little bit more energy to face the Clippers and would have been able to win 2 games back to back. You can't keep digging holes like that at home. So I think you guys are both right. And I love you both. Congratulations on this week. Love you guys.
That's the call of the day right there. My guy, John. He said we're both right, High Flyer. Is that okay?
I'm fine.
Can we both be right?
I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. Do you agree? You good with it?
No, I'm getting down back-to-back nights by 20-plus points on your home court in the first half. That's unacceptable. You can't do that.
And they have to be held.
You can't do that.
And they have to be held accountable.
Why you got to add that in? Why you got to add that in? See, I'm just.
I apologize.
Yes, they do have to be held accountable. People are TCG Drapes. What about the trend of getting blown out when they lose? Average 15-plus deficit when they lose. 4 out of 7 losses are blowouts, not competitive. If I'm correct, 2 of them were without De'Aaron Fox as well, the Houston games. And so I'm a reserve judgment on that till I see a larger sample size with their team. And no Keegan Murray also.
Okay. And if you want to give them a pass, Houston is a lot better than we expected they were.
Yes.
Houston's no joke.
Yes.
Coach Ime has got them boys playing at a high level.
Yes. Hey, man, we got one more day tomorrow, Friday, before the end of the week. You done brought on Mitch Richmond. You done brought on Gary Payton. I'm expecting Michael Jordan tomorrow, fam. Why not Air Jordan? You know what I mean? You set that bar, son. Why not Air Jordan?
I'm going to have to call Mike, huh?
Exactly. Tell him to drop some shoes off, too.
I'm trying to tell you some 3s and 13s, bro. That's why I roll with.
Oh, you a 3 or okay.
I'm a 3 or 13 guy.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Jordan 3 or Jordan 13?
3 or 13.
Okay.
And if it ain't that, it's Air Force Ones. You know we roll.
Okay, I know exactly. I'm the same way. You saw me pick up some
yes, sir.
At my spot, Phenom 916. All right, man. We're going to get out of here. Let me give you a quick update on that NFL's game right now. Cowboys on top of Seahawks into the first, 10-7. Coming up next, UC Davis basketball. They take on Oregon State on the road. Our guy Scott Marsh will be on the call for that. You've been hanging out with Drapes and the High Flyer. It's the Drive guys here on Sactown Sports 1140. We'll see you tomorrow at 2.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, 988 provides 24/7 compassionate support and connection to trained counselors. When you call, text, or chat 988, you'll be quick